Happiest of Fridays, everybody. Welcome in. Glad you're here. We are live via Twitch. If you'd like to join live, certainly do so. It's a lot of fun. You can join the chat, hang out with everybody. Most of the folks here are in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. And yeah, looking forward to it. We have some amazing videos for you today. It kind of touches on everything that, has been pretty popular as of late on the channel, which is cool to see. Love to see it. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, and hit that follow button if you're watching on Twitch right now. My name is Todd. I should probably start with that. My name is Todd. I always forget to do that. My name is Todd. Welcome in. This is the reaction channel. I've started this in 2021, so it's been a couple of years, and it's been, just various evolutions of it. We used to do one video per video, not live. Now we do 5 of them 2 days a week, totally live, which is something new. I had to get used to it, but I think I've settled into it at this point. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us as we travel around the internet, one member requested video at a time. Those members request those videos via toddreacts.com. And if you'd like to request your own and be basically the guiding light, if you will. Guiding light. Isn't that a old soap opera? Why did I say that? If you'd like to be the orbiter of what we react to here. Boy, I'm coming up with fascinating titles for you. But if you'd like to be a member of the website and request the videos that we react to here, you can certainly do so. toddreacts.com. The season and series tiers, let's switch to that page, are the ones that you're looking for. Season requests 2 videos per month. Series requests 3 videos per month. And yeah, it could be pretty much anything you want. I mean, obviously it can't be against TOS, which is standard. We're not trying to get booted off, YouTube or Twitch or whatever else. And we stick away from politics here. That's kind of just a hard and fast rule. Anything that flirts with it is a no, just because, frankly, you can find it everywhere else. This is just kind of a nice little reprieve from the outside world. We can kind of enjoy ourselves. While you're there, check out the winter collection of merch available right now. Members save 15% on every order. Currently, there's a bug going on in the website. So you'd used to see members save 15% off at the top of these images for the different items. It's currently not there. It still applies. But for some reason, they're just not showing up. So I have the engineers working on it. What's going on? What's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a bit. What about sports? Sports, definitely. I think we have a few sports videos on here. Just what is in this Tumblr of yours? Oh my gosh. Fridays are now my Mondays. What's going on, Rocco Kitty? What is going on, everybody? I should probably take a second to say hello. Check out the winter collection. Ships worldwide. Members save 15%. Very inclusive sizing. If you're looking for certain color to match your style, we have a lot of different color options as well. He has hardcore drugs in it. Of course I do. It's amazing I can even function in these streams, to be honest. Check out the accessories as well. We do have the new phone cases, the tough cases, Samsung and iPhone. Unfortunately, we don't have other ones, but I think those are the main 2, honestly. So check those out. They do go up to the newest models. I think the Samsung is the S24 Ultra, and the iPhone goes from the 14 all the way up to the new 16 Pro Max. So check those out. The Rocks Glass is currently sold out. It'll be coming back within, I don't know, a couple days to a week. Hopefully soon. But here's the Rocks Glass if you want to check it out. Got an energy drink in there. Looks like absolute awfulness, but it is an energy drink. Tastes like, I'm sure you're aware, energy drinks usually taste pretty awful and not really like what they're described to be. This is supposed to be like kiwi guava, and it tastes like rancid apple juice is what I would equate it to be if I'd ever had rancid apple juice. It just tastes like apple juice, but a little off. Just a little bit off. Pint glass as well. It is Friday, so we got a little liquid courage in there. So cheers. Check out the pint glass. It's amazing. It's very thick glass, which is what I like. Feels like you're at the bar, which is pretty cool. The insulated tumbler, always got that by my side. And lots of great stuff. Obviously, I have the older iPhone, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Honestly, I enjoy it. It's the iPhone 12, and that works with the snap case here. A little bit older, so it goes all the way back to the 12, all the way to the 15 Pro Max, I think. So you can check those out. And if you're watching via the YouTube channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Here, let me zoom in on it so you know what it looks like. It looks like that. It's a big old subscribe button. If you haven't hit it yet, I'd appreciate it if you did. Lots of great backlog there. Over 1,100 videos. 1,100 videos. So if you haven't started, I would start with video 1 and then just work your way through. You know, maybe you'll be done in a month or 2. Let us know how it goes. But you'll be absolutely sick of me by the end of it. You'll be hearing my voice in your sleep. But yes, if you notice, the most recent stream is no longer public. That's because part of it got blocked, and apparently there's a form that I've been given that will actually unblock the video. So apparently the production company just blocks it immediately, and if you submit this form with the link to the stream, they'll unblock it. So who knows, you know? So that would be kind of cool. Hopefully that happens. It would be lovely. Can't see the button when you're going to zoom in. Yeah. So go ahead and subscribe. Enjoy it. Lots of great videos there. That, if you're wondering if you're just on Twitch, that's where all the VODs go, as the kids say these days. And yeah. Last but certainly not least, join the Discord. Lots of great people in there. It has been lovely, very lovely. I think we're over 190 members at this point. I have to check my phone because for some reason it doesn't say on the app on the desktop. 191. 191 members. Pay no attention to Death God Anubis. He's just messing with me. I know him. 191 members. Dang. Absolutely crazy. So we're slowly getting up to 200 members. And looking forward to seeing you in there. Putting in your 2 thoughts, of course. Or your 2 cents worth of thoughts, I guess. As you can see at the top, it does tell you when I'm live, and it does provide a nice little handy link there. So if you're on your mobile device, most of you watch on YouTube via your mobile device. So if you click on that, it'll actually open the Twitch app if you have it downloaded. And if you don't, it'll just open a browser, and you can watch via that, whichever option you prefer. Twitch app is known for updating every 2 seconds, so maybe you prefer the browser. I don't know. I do update that quite frequently based on, you know, time I might start or when it could start, or maybe I'm a little early, so I adjust the time. So I do try to make that as real as humanly possible so you can follow that. If you don't see a channel in here and you'd like to request one, you can certainly request a channel and we'll make it for you. Obviously, it can't be against TOS. I mean, I feel like that should be obvious, right? Check out the lobby. That's where most of the general conversation happens. Updates from Todd. That's where I post any sort of like, this video got blocked. It's going to take a little bit, or I've appealed this, or, you know, we're live now, or this thing will disappear for a little bit and then it'll be back. It just a nice way for me to just tell you the updates and whatnot. So check that on occasion. I'm sure I'll hit the... I do kind of forget. I do kind of forget to hit the tag for everyone. So I'll just post in there. And if you're not in there or subscribe to it or whatever, you just won't get the notification. So every once in a while, I remember to tag everyone. But I've been pretty decent with it lately. Lots of fun community posts in there as well. I'm just scrolling through so you can check it out later. Certainly join. If you're new to Discord, there is a bit of a learning curve to it, but you'll figure it out. I have faith in you. So join us. Join the conversation. We're all nice in there. You know, some of us maybe not as much, but we try, okay? We put on a good public face. I'm sure if you've enjoyed the YouTube comments, which have been generally positive, which is shocking, honestly. Most of the YouTube comments I go to are an absolute dumpster fire. So the fact that, you know, the Todd Reacts comments are pretty dang good, I'm really happy with it. So I think if you enjoy the comments, you will enjoy the Discord. Everyone's very nice. So join us. I think I've sold the Discord enough, don't you think? I think I have. It's good about keeping up with this stuff. If Todd says it's going to happen, I try. I do fumble the ball quite often, but I do try. Speaking of fumbling the ball, this weekend, this Sunday actually, here in the United States, is the big game. Apparently, we can't say the title of it if we're ever typing it, because it's been trademarked, which is ridiculous, but which is so weird, because all the promotion that have usually been going up at this time, they have to put big game instead of Super Bowl. I'm going to say it. What the hell? I'm not typing it. We're fine. But you can't say Super Bowl because it's trademarked. So everything, like comments, YouTube video, like titles, all say big game, and we're just supposed to figure out, oh, they're talking about the Super Bowl. American football, basically. It's just so weird. Ugh, it's very annoying. I wish they didn't get that protection at all, because, I mean, come on. How are we supposed to talk about something if we can't name it? Like, really? Ridiculous. I'm sold and I'm modding it. Nice. Right. So anyway, Super Bowl. If you're unfamiliar or you just don't partake, a lot of you are international, so you probably don't know. But it's a very watched sporting event. It's huge. It's like the World Cup for the U.S., if you will. Or it's like the rugby sevens of the U.S., if you will. I think it averages over 100 million in viewers. I'm not exactly sure. Let me look that up real quick. I think it's, let's see, viewership. I think it's over 100 million. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. That's exactly what I was going to talk about. You're reading my mind. All sponsors go all out. Yes, they do. Typically, oh, here we go. This is a good little graph. I like this. Let me go ahead and bring this up. There we go. That's a nice one. So this is the television viewership in the US, average viewers. So it got to about 100 million average in, let's say, 2009-ish. It dropped a little bit in 2021. Dropped a little bit in, 18 or so? 19, I guess. But it kind of hovers around there at this point, in the modern era, if you will, ever since 2009. But it seems to be a big deal. It seems to be a big deal. Lots of people watch it. A lot of people watch it that don't even watch the sport. They just watch it for the commercials. As ADD Butterfly was saying, companies, I think the average price or usual average price is about $3 million for 30 seconds of ad. So $3 million US for about 30 seconds, which is quite a price tag. But if you have, potentially over 100 million people watching, I mean, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Household rating and share of the Super Bowl. So it's over 75% of the households are watching the Super Bowl last year. 2023. Over 70 amount of households. That's wild. So maybe they just have it in the background. They're not actually watching it. And then they check it out for a couple of reasons. Number one, the commercials. The commercials are usually very well done. I mean, if you're spending $3 million, you're probably making a pretty good commercial. They're usually funny. Sometimes they're a little sad. Sometimes they're somber. Sometimes they make you think. But usually the overall gist is that they're trying to be funny. It hits and misses. Sometimes you watch one and you're just like, boy, they were trying hard on that, but it really bombed. Like they spent so much money to try to make like an lasting impression or whatever, and it just fell flat. Like it just was awful. Is that the thing where someone sings in the middle of something? Yes. Yes. The halftime show is usually a concert by a big name. It's been, let's see. Oh gosh, can I even remember who it's been? It's the most watched television broadcast in the US every year. So there you go. Let's see if we can find out. It's between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, by the way. If you are unfamiliar or just don't care. Neither of those teams are my teams, so I really don't care. But it should be pretty interesting nonetheless. It usually is. Mostly because the teams are so like nervous and hyped that the first couple times they touch the ball, it's usually pretty ugly. I've watched for the Budweiser commercials. Oh yeah, the Budweiser commercials are usually pretty amazing. Adorable, all that good stuff. You're from Europe? We do have a lot of Europeans. So you are in the right place. There we go. Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans, and Jacksonville Jaguars, are the 4 teams that have never appeared in the Super Bowl. One of my teams is one of those 4. Isn't that great? I just feel so cheery and wonderful about that. Anyway, see if we can. Let's see. So Kendrick Lamar is going to be the halftime show. And I believe SZA is going to be there as well. I'll kind of take you back through the years. See if we can. Do they have a list here? Oh, come on now. They don't have a list? That is very lame. All right. So last year it was Usher, presented by Apple Music, by the way. It was Alicia Keys, her, will.i.am, Lil Jon, Ludacris. And before that was Rihanna. Before that was 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar. Before that was The Weeknd. In 2020, it was Jennifer Lopez and Shakira with Bad Bunny and J Balvin. I don't even remember that. 2020 is a lost year. What's up, Megan? Welcome. What's up, Forios? Welcome in. That is wild. That's going to be an interesting time to be Drake, isn't that? Interesting time to be Drake. Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy was before that. So as you can see, it's usually some pretty decent sized names. Justin Timberlake was before that. Lady Gaga, of course. This one was a biggie. You had Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry. Oh my gosh. That's when Katy Perry was huge. She still is huge, but she definitely took a break for a little bit. Bruno Mars, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Bruno's been up there a lot. Obviously a very good talent. Beyonce, Destiny's Child. For that, Madonna, LMFAO, Nicki Minaj, MIA, CeeLo Green. I mean, we're going way back here. Black Eyed Peas, Slash, Usher. As you can see. Anyway, usually a lot of big names. So a lot of people watch just for that because it is literally a concert. And, it's if you're the musical artist, you're playing the biggest gig of your life. There's literally over 100 million people watching you. Like, there's no stadium that holds that many people. So it is huge. It is definitely an honor to be invited to perform. A lot of people watch for the commercials, as I said. They can be hit or miss. Usually miss. I'm going to be honest. They're usually a miss. Certain companies, it's usually like GoDaddy and stuff like that, which, by the way, I use GoDaddy, or I've used GoDaddy, so nothing against them, but their Super Bowl commercials are usually pretty bad. They're usually pretty freaking bad, if I'm being completely honest. So there, usually that. It's certainly a time to get together and party, alcohol if you're of age. Food definitely is a big one. Food that you can expect, snacks, finger food, chips, dips, subs, sub sandwiches. Pizza is definitely a good one. Little those spiral pinwheel sandwiches. Oh, those are so good. I never have those. It seems like it's always like a special event or something that you see those pinwheel sandwiches. I wish you could buy like a couple of them, just a couple. I don't need a platter. I don't need a platter of them, just a couple. But Justin and Janet and the Incident. Yes. Justin, Janet, and the Incident. Yes. That was quite a time. That was quite a time. I remember being a child, a wee lad, if you will. And seeing that on television was just I didn't even know what I saw. Like, it happened so fast, and they switched away so fast, the camera. And I was just like, did I see that? Did that just happen? I was in Christian boarding school and we were watching it, and they instantly shut it off and sent it back to her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's horrific. That is horrific. Take this as a reason to celebrate here too. I just need a reason to celebrate something that seems good enough. Yes, absolutely. There you go. There's a good Sunday for you. Unfortunately, it's a heavy like party day and night, and it goes forever. Like, the halftime is longer in the Super Bowl. The commercial periods are longer because they sell more. Like, it's just a longer experience. So you're going to bed if you're on the East Coast of the U.S., you're going to bed at like 11:30. Midnight. Maybe if you're with more people, it's 12:30. Like, it is so late, and so many people have to go to work the next day. It is brutal. Everybody's just hungover and not having a good time, or they're just very tired. So it is one of those. Unfortunately, if that many people participate in it, the Monday after the Super Bowl should be a national holiday. I'll say it. It should be a national holiday. Everybody gets the day off. That should be a thing. That's what brought about the delay on live TV. It did. That's right. The FCC, the Federal Communication something. Whatever the heck it is. The FCC added the little 5-second delay or whatever to live broadcasts just because of that. If you're unaware, Justin Timberlake, at the end of the song, he hit the line, "I'm going to have you naked by the end of this song." And as soon as he hits song, he ripped like the leather cover of Janet Jackson's top off and exposed Janet Jackson to live television in front of 100 million people. That was quite the incident. I mean, everybody was talking about that. That gripped the nation, if you will. That was so wild. Oh my gosh. I remember being so young and talking about it in school. Like, did you see it? Did you see it? Oh my gosh. I was upset. I wanted more funny commercials. Janet and Justin ruined it. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was interesting. I usually don't enjoy the game because my team has literally never been in it, but it's usually pretty interesting. For a while there, I was just cheering on Tom Brady because he just seemed to be in it almost every year. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. Not throwing like a soiree or anything, but I got some hors d'oeuvres, some snacks, some finger foods. I don't know what I'm gonna do for like the main part of it, like maybe pizza or something. I don't know, but I gotta come up with that. I got a day. I got a day to figure it out. Um, okay. I've been thinking about this because over the last couple years, probably the last 10 years, even. What ruined the commercials for me was the internet. The internet ruined it. Maybe specifically social media. You know, $3 million for 30 seconds of ad is not a lot of time to spend a great deal of money. Now it is a good way for companies to write off $3 million right before tax time. But it's not a lot. So they have to push it more. They have to get more eyeballs on it. Apparently 100 million isn't enough. So they post the commercials on social media days before the actual airing. So it completely ruins the surprise. So back in the day, before social media and them doing this, you were watching the game because you had no idea what was going to happen. You had no idea. Everyone was excited. We were all seeing it first for the same time live. And it was such a fun experience. Such a fun experience because we're all experiencing it at the same time. We have something to talk about the next day, but now they post it like a week prior and they run ads on social media and they post it to their social channels. And you start to see see it at the big game, like previews of them, like they're movies. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're ruining everything that used to be great about it. So they're just trying to get their money's worth and really milk it, basically. But it's totally ruined it for me. I do not like it at this point. Because most of the time, if you like YouTube, right? On YouTube, a week before the Super Bowl, you will start seeing Super Bowl ads play. If you don't have YouTube Premium and you're just using YouTube base account, I don't know what they call it, but if you just have a random account on YouTube and you watch ads, you will see those. If you're in the US, I'm assuming. But yeah, it was just so lame that they do that. I hadn't seen it since before social media was huge. Yeah. It was literally a cultural phenomenon to see these commercials because we were all seeing them for the first time fresh. No previews of them, nothing. They didn't play it on other channels. It was just an incredible experience. They should just post it right after it airs. I agree, Jenny. I completely agree. Completely agree. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It is what it is, I guess, but there's the modern times. It ruined it. It ruined the tradition. Anyway, enough griping about the big game. God, that's so ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. The Super Bowl. That's what we're talking about. The Super Bowl. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into this, shall we? We got 5 amazing member requested videos for you today from ToddReacts.com. We're going to start off with a Stray Kids video. Then we're going to head into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then we have a DaouOffroad TikTok compilation, I believe. And then we have a Shadow and Bone video, TikTok compilation. And then we are ending the stream and the week with a The Heart Killers video as well. So, should be a good one. Strap in, get yourself a nice little beverage or a snack, and join me. Let's go ahead and jump into the Stray Kids. Let's see here. This is episode 3. Why does it say the 9th season 5? I don't know what that means. This is special album. What is that word? Is it clay, 2, Yellowwood? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. This is when there was 9 members. Oh, that makes sense. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump in, switch it over to the videos, and boom. It's just a variety roleplay episode. Good to know. Appreciate it. Then we have some information. If you're new here, we react to the video, and then we go into some information on what we watched. Kind of, add some context, learn a little bit about it. Kind of a nice thing. Shout out to the mods of Discord and Twitch, and I think that's it. Discord and Twitch. Jace, Rocco Kitty, and Luke. Appreciate them. They put together all the links of all the information here. So shout out to them. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and jump in, shall we? Stray Kids.
근데 추석은 보통 그런 거 하지 않나? 뭐 가족들끼리 모여서 이렇게 막
윷놀이
얘기하고
맛있는 거 먹고.
그치?
뭔가 모이면은 항상 아육대 틀어놓고 맛있는
맞아요.
거 먹고.
저도 할머니 집 가면 항상 아육대 틀어. 맞아.
아이고 인스타나 올려볼까?
참 그래.
아버지 아이고 우리 찬이 잘 그리네.
그러네.
아버지
찬아, 내 나이
Oh my
때는
gosh.
나는 힙합이라는 춤을 배웠었어. 한번 배워줄까?
힙합이 뭐예요?
힙합?
네.
내가 가르쳐줄게.
네.
또 이 춤은 망치춤이라고 불러.
망치춤.
왔어요.
아빠 그거 사준다며.
뭘 사줘?
사준다며. 뭘 사줘? 우리
뭘 사줘?
사준다며.
나중에 알려줄게.
뭘 사줘요? 아빠.
막내 아들. 막내 아들.
아빠.
아이고 우리 할아버지 막내 아들이 안 본 사이에.
Confused.
아빠. 아빠 어디 갔다 왔어?
아버지. 막내 맞아요?
아빠.
야 방탄.
아빠.
조용히 해.
아빠. 아빠.
막내님한테 무슨 말이야? 말 버리셔. 막내님 뭐?
야바. 아빠 어디 갔다 왔어?
아빠 장보고 왔어요. 아빠
찬이 요즘 운동해? 찬이 요즘 운동해요?
요즘 어린이 수영을 보냈더니
어린이
이렇게 하고 왔어.
어깨가 뭐라고요? 왜 이렇게 다리 쪘어? 돼지.
찬아.
아빠. 하루 맞아봤어.
둘째야.
아니 하루 맞아봤냐고.
너가 줘 진짜 줘. 알았어. 진짜 줘 둘째야.
찬이 제일 좋아.
다쳐 임마. 며느라기는 언제 오냐?
우리 자기요. 우리 베이비는 우리 베이비는
엄마 언제
지금
와?
촬영이 조금 늦게 끝나가지고 이제 곧 올 겁니다. 그 있잖아요.
다음 주도 기대야.
I'm just picturing, could you imagine if this was an actual family, right? And that's how the room was laid out. It's just a couple things in the middle, and then everything else is just empty. Like, are they moving in? Are they moving out? What's happening?
우리 베이비 언제 오지?
엄마.
안녕.
아유 우리 며느라기.
할머니.
어서 와라.
베이비 왔어?
아들 공부
잘해봐.
잘해봐.
난 잘 지냈지. 너는?
왔어? 오늘 열심히 했지.
베이비.
Supermom.
베이비.
Oh,
베이비. 베이비 우리 부부야. 베이비. 베이비 우리 부부야 베이비. 베이비 우리 부부야.
우리 자기
베이비.
며느라가 우진이 서울대 보내야지.
네 어머니.
그래.
형 꼴등했다 했어요.
꼴대 아들 일로 와봐.
꼴등했다 했어요.
어머니, 엄마.
아들 법대 갔더니 거기서 꼴찌하고 있는 거야?
엄마 나 법대 3학년이야.
나이가 꽤 있구나.
대학교에 꼴등이 어딨어? 우리 둘째.
아 공부 좀 그만해.
앉아.
깨기로 하면
이 자식아. 깨기 놈아.
알았어요.
누가
사랑이매 사랑이매. 어? 아빠. 맞고 싶어?
이 자식아. 못하는 말이 없어.
그래. 우진이.
네, 아버지.
우진이 공부 잘하고 있지?
네, 열심히 하고 있습니다.
애비가 돼서 그런 거 관심도 없냐.
어머니.
어머니.
똑같은데? 어머니.
아빠 꼭 빼다.
아버지한테 아버지도 어머니한테 잡혀 사시는구나.
할아버지 뭘 흘리고 다녀?
우리 두
Nope.
네 수염이야.
수염 좀 깎아요.
베이비.
우리 호칭이 베이비야?
베이비야 베이비.
우리 근데 우리
I love how we're calling each other baby. Everyone's trying to remain in character, and it's just like,
때는 언제 오냐?
I guess we're doing this, huh?
이제 섹시 데려온다고 했는데 우리 베이비만큼은 이쁘지 않은데.
Former member.
해봐도 되는 거냐? 아유.
동생아 와라.
베이비.
엄마 아빠 뽀뽀하는 거 보고 싶어.
어린 놈이.
엄마 아빠 뽀뽀. 뭘 어려?
어린 놈이.
오랜만에 한번.
아이 그 아기 앞에서 무슨 뽀뽀야 뽀뽀.
뭐야? 아유. 작은 아빠이 아니고 엄마야. 이거.
섹시 데려온다면서. 뭐야.
그렇게 말을 안 듣는다.
안 듣는데.
얘네?
얘네.
섹시는 어디냐?
작은 아빠.
그래서 섹시는 어디냐?
할아버지. 섹시가 아니고 섹시.
섹시.
섹시는 이런 거고.
We say this every Stray Kids video, but it's pure chaos.
카메라 들지 말고 카메라 들지
Chaos.
말고.
It's like a little bit of reprieve, and then back to chaos.
왜 공주를 데려왔어? 피오나 공주.
삼촌한테 어디서 반말이야?
It's Fiona.
야, 이제 일로 와. 죄송합니다.
우리
죄송합니다.
그렇게 요새 말 안 듣는다며.
아니, 급성이에요 요즘.
그래서 삼촌이 마트 갔다 오는 길에 맛있는 거 사왔어.
Auntie Lena.
고마워.
맛있게
나 요즘 이런 거 먹어.
이놈의 자식이.
먹을 거 끼얹지 모르고.
할머니가 제일 무서워.
할아버지.
첫째 형이 너무 무서워.
할아버지 혼내셔야죠.
그럼 혼내야지.
그래, 애들 좀
야,
혼내봐.
네 머리도 왜 염색했냐?
이거 염색 아니에요.
이거 그럼 뭐냐?
요즘 인싸템이라고요. 연대가 그러면 어떻게 되시죠? 연대가 어떻게 되시죠?
12살이 많아서 제가 그쪽보단 많지 않을 것
아 정말요? 제가 올해 50 하나입니다.
50 하세요?
형.
왜? 아빠 왜
아버지 그만하세요.
자꾸 왜 작은 엄마한테 관심을 가져?
옆에 엄마는 어떡하고요, 아빠?
베이비. 베이비 아니야. 형님 나 베이비밖에 없어. 아빠 대파로 막. 난 베이비밖에 없어. 베이비밖에 없어. 나도 베이비밖에 없어.
아주 그냥 지네 아빠 꼭 닮아.
우리 잘하자.
베이비밖에 없어.
잘해 우리 잘하자.
당연하지.
앉아. 여기 앉아.
왜 싸우지들 말어?
여보.
자,
여보. 이게 왜 찬이야? 그럼 얘가
아유 너가 찬이구나.
찬이 잘 지냈어?
찬이 손.
찬이 손?
손 줘야지.
작은 엄마 손 줘야지.
안녕하세요.
작은이 어디서
곤란하다.
What?
인상좀 피지.
웃어야죠. 작은이 형 내가 사우나에서 봤는데. 그 등판에 용 있고 막.
여보.
우리 동서
Whoa.
수염이 좀 났네.
동서. 내가 봤다니까 사우나에서.
여보.
그런 거 얘기했으면 어떻게 엄마?
여보 그런 거 얘기하면 안 되지.
그러니까.
우리 엄마지만 너무. 에헤이 우리 베이비한테 그러지 마. 알았어요 아빠. 너희 엄마 이전에 내 여자다.
Oh, that's a good one.
그만 좀 해.
That's a good one.
진짜 주책이야.
어머니는 옛날에 아버지랑 연애하실 때 뭐라고 불렀어요?
뭐라 불렀냐고? 맨수라 불렀어요.
맨수.
Called him an enemy.
제가 아직까지는 왜 결혼했는지 모르겠어.
어머니 근데 혹시 제 엄마예요 아니면 얘 엄마예요? 얘 엄마 아니 며느리잖아.
내가 며느리야?
엄마가 며느리잖아.
내가 며느리구나.
무식하신가 봐요.
아이고 우리 또 첫째 우지 공부하느라 배 많이
네.
먹었는데.
저 서울 법대 다닙니다.
서울 법대에서 곰 베베 가루죠?
네, 곰에 대해서 연구하고 있어요.
형이랑
너무 다르다.
아, 그 곤충학자구나.
파브르는 곤충학자 아니니?
그죠? 공부 좀 해라. 공부 좀 해라.
공부하러 가자.
알았어.
야, 근데 우리 추석인데 뭐 안 먹어요?
좀 보시죠.
Studying isn't everything.
아내한테 시켜주지 말게.
Some truth to that. Some truth to that. Definitely.
여보. 앉아 있어. 그리고 이거야.
빠르게
그럴 수도 있지. 아, 내가 우리 동서랑 같이 가서 음식도 만들겠다는 거 뭐야?
나랑
사랑해. 뭐야? 이게 뭐야? 이거 국가르지 말이야. 야!
Oh my gosh. Breaking up marriages and everything. What's happening?
네, 또 명절하면 명절의 꽃 윷놀이 아닙니까? 이게 꽃이었군요. 준비 시작. 에잇. 예.
엄마 어떡해?
다음 편까지 부족한 유지?
와우.
둘이.
Oh, okay.
우리 여봉봉.
이게 더 편할 거 아니야?
우리 여봉봉
자, 해볼게.
되게 달달하세요, 아버지.
우리 여봉봉.
팀 손 묶기.
여기.
This is getting interesting.
카메라 나와.
What the heck is happening right now?
호박고구마. 그래. 어머니.
우리 여보.
고구마요? 호박고구마.
달달하네.
자, 다음 우리.
호박고구마. 왜 이래?
에이.
오케이.
그 작은 엄마. 사랑하세요?
사랑하시죠?
사랑하셔야죠.
사랑했었어요.
사랑했어요. 갔다 오신 거죠?
이거 안 좋아 보이는데? 뭐 애교 써 있는 것 같은데?
정확한데?
팀의 3회. 팀의 3회라고 써 있는데요?
Act cute no matter what?
자, 하나, 둘, 셋.
승훈이 애기 뭐자?
미련도 애교 뭐지?
자, 다음 거. 하나, 둘, 셋.
이구.
자, 마지막.
이게 무슨 애교야?
이게 무슨 애교야?
자, 나했다.
아, 예.
이거 언제까지 하는 거예요?
다음 턴.
앉아.
다음 던질 때까지.
좋아, 우리 차례다.
자, 우리 차례.
자, 막내야, 너부터 가자.
도 걸릴 각이다 이거.
Oh my gosh.
잡았어.
멤버 와,
이거고요?
이 옆에서 지켜보고.
너
헤비급인데.
팔 어떻게 해?
이거 됐어.
Really putting that working out to a test.
하나.
몇 번이 한번 하는데?
하나.
자,
막내 손주가 힘이 좋구만.
오케이. 갈게요. 자.
야, 역시 우리.
좋았어. 잘했다. 잘했다, 막내야.
막내가
힘이 좋구만 막내가 우리 막내
걔는 청춘이야.
아유.
자, 이제 어머니 아버지.
What a youth.
페이트.
I gotta start referring to young people as youths.
같이 해볼까?
I feel like it's just a rite of passage, you know?
자, 하나, 둘, 셋. 자, 하나, 둘, 셋. 우후.
와, 오.
자기 먼저 해. 한 번 더 하면 돼, 자기야.
다음.
근데 이거 애교예요.
잡았으니까 한 번 더 하자.
어머니. 예.
장봐 오셨어요?
마트 다녔어.
영인의 텃밭에서.
어머님, 마트 다녀오셨어요?
아니야, 연기 엄마 텃밭에서 온 고구마 호박이야.
이게 뭐야?
어머니, 고구마 호박이요?
호박 고구마.
호박 고구마.
그래, 고구마야, 어머니. 고구마.
호박 고구마.
고구마가 아니고
호박 고구마.
Pumpkin sweet potato.
호박 고구마.
하나, 둘, 셋.
오, 경사 났구만.
아, 너무 좋아하는데요?
Uh-oh.
왜?
Uh-oh.
좋아하는데요?
Did he just throw it straight up and down?
하나, 둘, 셋.
나
와 잘했다.
Just flipped it.
아 다시 해. 배우 양반.
다시
That's so funny.
어저 이렇게 넣고.
아 다시 해 같이 던져.
There you go.
와 이거 인정.
That's
이건
good.
인정. 이건 인정.
어차피 우승은
어차피 애교는 너. 아 뭐야?
어차피 애교는 나.
나.
유 1 더하기 귀여워.
나 귀여워.
잘하네.
아유 귀여워. 나 귀엽다. 오케이.
뭐 아니면 너 그래.
뭐 아니면 너.
뭐 아니면.
개.
5분간 캐릭터 교체. 아 그러면은 이렇게 할게 그러면. 내가 Keep going, bro, man.
K-drama reference, if I remember correctly, the pumpkin sweet potato.
귀엽다.
5분간만 할게요.
머리가 아프네. 형 안경 좀 줘봐, 막내야.
오! 에이, 곱지 않으시면 안 돼. 곱지 않으시면 빼. 곱지 않으시면 안 돼.
엄마야.
아빠.
내가. 아니 아들 곱지 않으시면 안 돼.
아니야, 멋있어.
멋있어.
주제야.
Our second son.
주제.
아 왜 불러? 그만 불러라고. 그만 불러라고.
빨리 던져.
더워.
할머니 할아버지.
나요 더우니까. 소리.
Headshot.
할아버지를 죽이려고.
자 하나 둘 셋. 셋.
아,
귀여워. 귀엽네요.
아 귀여워서 내가 봐준다.
끝났나요?
이 애미가 왜안 터져? 야 자기야 그만. 자기야
Oh my god.
자기야 참아.
It's an indestructible balloon.
아파.
하나, 둘, 셋.
과연.
Watch it be act cute again.
한 사람.
오 좋네.
산타하면 좋네.
오 마이
오.
갓. 나 이거 예감이 안 좋아.
뭐야 저거?
우와, 저거 신기한 말.
우와.
Uh-oh.
우와 신기하다.
Probably one of those
저
terrible
식물물 아니야?
ones.
식물 구석기 시대 때 왔어.
Like bacon flavored soda.
안경이에요?
What is this?
짱이다.
Oh, it's the glass straw. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen one of those in forever.
자, 사이좋게 드세요. 자, 하나 셋 한번 할까요?
자.
하나, 둘, 셋.
지금 해주려고 사람 모아야 되는데.
9, 8, 7.
Wonder if those come in prescription. Because I'd love to get a pair. That'll be my next pair of glasses.
우와. 야 이거 너무 귀여워 미쳤어. 너무 길어.
0, 땡.
Oh my gosh. You know how people try to sneak in like alcohol places? What if you had those? They were prescriptions, so they were actual glasses and they were filled with some sort of liquor. That would be incredible. And just during like, I don't know, a concert or something, you just take a shot real quick. That is genius.
못 마시면 어떻게 돼요? 이거 뭐 이거 10초안에 못
All right, it's not genius, but I thought it was fun.
실패하는 준 미션이네.
재밌어요, 승민이 언니?
볼만해. 볼만해. 아 근데 솔직히 너무 웃겨. 아 이거 근데 웃기다 이거. 내가 해보고 싶다. 야 너 이거 갖다 놔.
이 판에 뒤집겠습니다.
확인해.
갑니다.
알아.
Did a Naruto run real quick.
형 우리 여기서 노래 불러주고 있을게.
그래.
따다다단단단.
오늘 많이 귀여워. 내가 귀엽다. 그래도 많이 사랑해.
Dirt.
네 여러분 이렇게 윷놀이가 끝났습니다. 이렇게 우승팀은 엄마 아빠 팀입니다.
와,
신의 뽀뽀.
엄빠.
어머니 재밌으셨습니까?
재밌었다.
할머니 오랜만에 봐서 좋았어요.
어머니 봐라.
용돈.
뻥치지 마.
용돈. 할머니 용돈. 용돈. 할머니 용돈.
Allowance. Where's my allowance?
용돈.
에이, 저부터 주세요.
자, 우리 둘째가 하고 싶은 거 있다면서?
Never gotten an allowance as a kid.
가만히 오랜만에
That just was not a thing in our family.
근데 막상 와보니까 너무 좋더라고요.
If you were going to do chores, you were going to do them because you were asked to do them. Or told.
우리 둘째가 여기
Usually
앞에서
told.
할머니 할아버지 보여드리려고 뭐 준비했다며.
안기자.
저 카메라 준비했어요. 카메라 준비. 우리
알바
이렇게 보여주네. 우리 사진 찍어야 돼요. 나가네.
이 순간에 사진으로 남기자.
좋아요.
자,
아 내가 이거
어머니
찍어.
가운데로 가세요, 그럼.
아이고 그래. 할머니 그거 해요? 얼굴 책?
인스타그램에
와! 할머니 인싸네. 이거 찍어서 얼굴 책에다 내가 올릴 거요. 잠깐만. 그러고 있으니까 귀신 같아. 약간 내려오고. 귀신이야, 맞아. 엄마. 엄마 머리.
She's single.
아니야. 이뻐. 구도 괜찮은데?
Sometimes I kind of wish I was a K-pop fan. It seems fun.
둘째 철다
Yeah, I mean, before this channel, I had never heard of. Well, let's see. I'd certainly never heard of the groups of K-pop. Maybe I heard a song that I don't realize I heard, but it was like non-existent to me, not on my radar at all. So this channel and you all that have requested videos have gotten me into it where it's like I could totally listen to a song. I'll be confused, but I'll totally listen to it. Let me go ahead and throw a like on that video. That is on the Stray Kids official channel. So if you'd like to check it out, link down below in the YouTube description for the original. Throw some love on it. Check it out. Obviously, check out their channel. They have more videos like that. Very fun, very interesting. I like the fact that they're not afraid to make fun of themselves. They're not afraid to put themselves in situations which are awkward or, you know, different, I guess is the word that I'll use. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. They have fun with themselves and each other, and it allows a lot of people to have fun as well. They do have very fun variety shows. Indeed. There's so many varieties of genre that you could like. Exactly. That's kind of the crazy part of it, is that, you know, over in the West, you just kind of group it all as one thing, K-pop, right? And then you get down to it and you start learning about these groups, learning about the different groups and music, and you realize it's a whole other thing. It's like an onion. You peel layers of it. And it's just, you can get lost in it. Like, you can find different things. You can find different, like, music genres and everything. Like, it's truly amazing. Like, if you're a big fan of rap, most of these groups or some of these groups have rappers in it. If you're a big fan of, you know, pop music, they also have pop music. So it's like you could love a group and it could have multiple different music genres all wrapped into one, which is just fantastic. It's got something for everybody is basically the thing. They do have fun variety shows. Love the teasing each other shows their friendship well. Yes, it does. It does indeed. Welcome in, welcome in. The following episodes of SKZ Family, they did years later, are even funnier. Nice. ADD Butterfly has them lined up. There you go. There you go. So come on back. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the follow button. We're going to watch a bunch of them. Truly, you know, my eyes have been opened. They were not opened before, and now they are. I don't know. I had no idea this was going on, no idea this was a thing until it got introduced to me. Just something amazing. Like, I cannot stress this enough. If you've been following the channel for a little length of time or since the beginning, you have seen so many different videos and pieces of content and music and sports and comedy and shows and movies and just about everything you could possibly think of. Pairings of famous people, everything. It has been video games. Like, I could just go on and on and on and on. It is so much. It is a lot of different things, and you have been versed in pretty much everything. I mean, we're still going, obviously. We still have more to learn, but hopefully you've, you know, been introduced to something you hadn't known about, or maybe you got interested in after seeing it on here. It's been eye-opening, to say the least. I always used to say I have a pretty good pop culture frame of reference. I know a lot about different, genres and whatnot. I had no idea. Like, this has been a very taking the blinder off and realizing just how niche I actually was and not realizing that there's a whole other breadth of content and music and movies and shows and whatever that I had no idea existed. You think you know everything, and then you start dipping into other people's algorithms and you go, oh, I know about that much. It's been very interesting. So stick around. You'll be introduced to things you've never even heard of. Stray Kids ties BTS's record. That's an amazing feat in itself for a K-pop act with most RIAA gold album certifications in the U.S. That is huge. Stray Kids have gone gold with another album. Recording Industry Association of America. I know them, RIAA or RIA, from the 2000-2001 Napster days, or Kazaa you might have heard of, or LimeWire. These were all pirating software, peer-to-peer sharing of files, which literally just meant sharing of copyrighted material. Songs, movies, whatever. It was all at your fingertips. I loved and cried over LimeWire. Yeah. The crazy part about it, if you weren't alive for that experience, I'll let you in on it. You go to the website, you download the software, you start looking for things you like, whether it's BTS or Stray Kids or, Whitney Houston or something, right? And you would search for it, you'd find the file, you would see the name of the song that you would want, and the names were all different because people were naming it just randomly. It was very messy, very messy. It'd be like mp3 dot stray kids dot whatever song dot mp3 dot hq quality dot, like, it was just crazy naming to the point where you're just like, I hope this is it. And that was the fun. That was the fun. Was it spyware? Was it adware? Was it the actual song? Was it a song in a different language you don't understand? Was it, just somebody screaming at the top of their lungs? Like, was it the actual song that you were getting and you had no idea? Couple things that I used to go by was length of time. That was usually a good indicator. If it was 30 seconds, clearly it's not the full song. It might not even be the song. Looking at the audio quality, they did have the little bit rate. So 128 was kind of like the standard. Seeing how many downloads it had. So if it had like 1 million downloads, you're like, oh, this is probably legitimate, right? If it had 2 downloads, you're taking a risk. You're taking a pretty big risk, and chances are you're going to fry your computer. That was the beauty of it. It was very risky, but we were all in on it. We were so in on it that RIAA, the RIA right here, they went to war with Napster and everybody else, and eventually they got Napster taken down. It's come back recently as like a pay-for-service, I guess. So it lost all of its charm, let's be honest. But this was the era of, burn CDs. CDs were a thing. I know, believe it or not. Burn CDs, putting together mixes. They were, by the way, I will say this. I will admit this fully. My mixed CDs were usually trash. Awful. Like, it was just no rhyme or reason to it. I'd have like rap followed by Maroon 5, followed by, some pop punk, followed by Eminem. And it's just like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just mixed. You might as well just hit shuffle on your favorited songs. Like, it was just awful. And most of them were just, chaos. Absolute chaos. No idea what to title them. What do I title this? There's no genre. Like, there's no theme to it. It's just random. So most of them were just called Todd's Mix. That was the name. Todd's Mix 1, Todd's Mix 2, Todd's Mix 3. That was usually the name of those things. So you basically got to make your own album. But yeah. Nuked about 2 computers on it. They were family computers. Back then, you had family computers because they were kind of expensive and new, and the internet was trash. It was awful. It was dial-up. It was slow. Each song would download, and it would take like 3 hours. Sometimes, if I was downloading a show, it would say like 1 week until downloaded, and it would take a week, literally. And you'd have to leave the computer on. Nobody could touch it. It was just an interesting time. It was a very interesting time. Luckily, those computers are destroyed, so all evidence is ceasing to exist. So don't do it, kids. Don't go out there and pirate things. It's not cool. It's stealing. But yeah, don't do it. All the random names you forgot what was not right. Recording industry has now awarded Stray Kids 2022 mini album Maxident an official gold certification for selling over 500,000 units in the U.S. They're a little behind on that, aren't they? Dang. 4th album to be certified gold. Also marks their 8th gold certification overall. Stray Kids have now tied BTS's record for the most albums to be certified gold of any K-pop artist to date. Both groups have gone gold with 4 different albums in the U.S. Amazing achievement. This just came out like 6 days ago, so that is recent. Yeah, and the family computer was in my parents' room, so no fun. Yeah, exactly. That is such a good point. So family computers were a thing back then because nobody could afford. This is before tablets. It's before really phones at that point. iPhone didn't even exist. Just one computer for the whole family. It was usually hot garbage. It was just a terrible computer. You know, Gateway, Hewlett Packard, no specs at all. Just awful. The internet was slow. It was just an overall pretty terrible experience. Those were the days, wasn't it? So if you weren't alive for this, it was so interesting because it's completely different than today. Everything's connected. You have smart refrigerators. You have smart toasters now. You have smart laundry machines. Like, everything's smart. Everything's got a chip in it. Back then, everything was so slow and awful. It took forever for, photos to load on a page, on a web page. Like, everything was slow. To the point where you didn't even want to be on the computer. I remember actively thinking, like, I'm just going to get on there. I'm going to get what I need to get done and then get off. Like, it was a hassle. It was awful. To the point where you didn't even want to go online. That's crazy. Nowadays, you don't think like that. Nowadays, it's like, I could stay online 24/7. It's super fast. I think of something, boom, 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 I'm there. It's just a totally different experience. Totally different. It was so, like, anti-attractive. Like, back then, it was such a weird thing. I'm not even smart. I need a chip. That album was the first of the 6 Billboard 200. Oh, #1 Billboard 200 albums. Nice. Internet providers now come after you if you try to torrent. Yeah. You have to definitely VPN like crazy. Even that isn't totally safe. ATs, Stray Kids, and aespa? Not sure on that. Why 2025 will be another huge year for K-pop in London. BTS and Blackpink may be about to stage a comeback. While ATs, Stray Kids, and aespa are all playing London this year. Set to be another mega year for K-pop in London, while South Korea itself is embroiled in political turmoil. Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. With another president dramatically impeached following last year's martial law snafu. That was interesting. The country's greatest soft power asset continues to go from global strength to strength. Several megastar groups with vast fan bases are returning to headline stadium shows in the capital. From K-beauty to K-dramas, we can't get enough of it. It is exciting to see the long-term impact of our exhibition through the rising number of K-pop acts, big and small, in the UK, but also through their first-time inclusion in major festivals. K-pop dance classes are also reported to keep growing up and down the country, and BBC produced various contents of K-pop from major series like Made in Korea, the K-pop Experience, smaller features in their regular programs. K-pop Mania first came to London proper in 2018 when BTS made their debut, playing 2 sold-out shows at the O2 Arena to a crowd of screaming fans, waving 45-pound British pound light sticks. Collectible light-up wand specific to each band, formed in 2013, 7-member idol group, one of the first to find mainstream success outside their home country. By 2020, they were top in the charts. Blackpink was the next to take London by storm. Blackpink returned the next year to perform at BST Hyde Park to a crowd of 65,000, making them the first K-pop group to headline a UK music festival. Boy band 17 became the first K-pop group to perform at Glastonbury in 2024. BTS and Blackpink may be on the cusp of their comebacks, but there are plenty of other K-pop groups regularly coming to London. Now the path has been forged. Pretty amazing. aespa, kind of. I think I said that right. 4-member girl group destroyed the Korean awards this year. Dang. They're playing the OVO Arena Wembley on March 2nd. And their music video for their single Black Mamba became the fastest to reach 100 million views on YouTube for a K-pop debut. Excuse me. It's amazing. Stray Kids are also back in London to play Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in July. They were booked to play Wembley in 2020, but due to the pandemic, it was canceled, of course. Very, very cool. Obviously, it's kind of fascinating to hear that BTS and Blackpink are going to make a comeback. It's been a little bit. 5-time Stray Kids IN proved he's a fashion trailblazer. Renowned for his honeyed vocals and magnetic stage presence, IN has added yet another accolade to his growing repertoire. Still waiting on Shiny to come to Europe. Never lose hope. Hey, considering the path has been laid, it seems like only a matter of time. BTS is returning from military this year. That's huge. That is so huge. Could you imagine how frustrating that might be? They probably do take a lot of national pride in it, of course, military service and whatnot. But could you imagine breaking through like worldwide mainstream and then you have to just give it up for a couple years? I would be devastated. I would be so devastated. But of course, you're going to come back to it. Nobody's forgotten about you. But it would just be like, we're just now going up and we're just still going up, and then we have to take off. That would be tough, indeed. Blackpink's been silent for 2 years, but they've been dropping solo albums. Yeah, that's interesting. They were there before the path was laid. They debuted in 2008. There you go. Well, hopefully Hopefully they come to Europe. Especially for idols, not gonna lie, 2 years is a long time. Yeah, that it seems like a long time. I would be so chomping at the bit, if you will, to get back to it. Global ambassador for Bottega Veneta. The appointment cements his status as a bona fide fashion force when celebrated for bold choices that challenge convention while exuding sophistication. 5 moments that solidified his status as a style icon. Playfully polished. Oh boy. Are these not going to show up? Do I have to actually go? There we go. Okay. There we go. I was like, come on now. Like, that's enough time for Stray Kids to drop 8+ albums. That is very funny. That is very funny and true. And true. I could take photos like that and just not have them come up that well. So it's very interesting. You look at, photo shoots and whatnot, and you're just like, I could do that. And then you try it and you're just like, nope, can't do it. Art of double denim, or as we call it, the Canadian tuxedo. I don't know where that originates from, but that's just something we've always called it. Few dare to embrace denim on denim. I mean, yeah, I guess I've never done denim on denim. 5 out of 8 and Stray Kids are global brand ambassadors as of 2025. That's amazing. That is amazing. He's turning 24 today. Nice. I don't know how they do it. I honestly don't. Leather with an edge. All right, let's see the edge. What's the edge? Oh, okay. Okay. That's an interesting cut for it's like a trench coat. And then the jeans are like, it's like his jeans are here. Like, this is his waist. Or they're just super long. Wait a minute, that's not. Wait a minute. Obviously just the first photo. Not bad. Alexander McQueen showcase. Structured leather trench coat. Okay. Cinched at the waist with a wraparound belt. Overly baggy denim. I would definitely classify that as overly baggy. Denim on denim was such a 90s thing. Yeah, it was. It absolutely was. You know what I miss about 90s fashion is the colors. The colors. Like the color blocking and just the... It seemed like everybody was wearing super bright colors. And it's one of those things where it's like, all right, I wish some of that would come back. Like, I look at 90s windbreakers and stuff like that. I'm just like, that needs to make a comeback. I think clothes need to be a little bit more bright, a little bit more, I don't know, not so gray and dark as I'm wearing a black hoodie. ToddReacts.com. But yeah, I think clothes need to be more bright. I have that same complaint with video games. Love the 90s fashion, honestly. Yeah, absolutely. Because I look at my childhood pictures and my mom had me dressed so bright to the point where it's like, dang, I almost look like a style icon in today's world. The all-white look. That looks like Paris, does it not? Looks like France. I'm assuming, right? That's got to be France. Paris Fashion Week. Ah. A bolt of blue. Blue is my favorite color, as you could probably tell. Blue. Blue. Blue is everywhere. That is a bold blue. Nice. I like the dirty blonde highlight. That's a little different. Electric blue off-white jacket. And it kind of had like the stitching visible, which is kind of interesting. Beyond the plate, Gordon Ramsay. How did Gordon sneak in here? New virtual idol group Skins is charged with stealing a Stray Kids song. Oh, this literally just got posted yesterday. As reported by All K-Pop, the upcoming virtual idol group Skins under Bridge Enter is facing plagiarism accusations as one of its songs allegedly resembles a track by Stray Kids. The Way Home, a pre-debut mixtape single by Skins, was released on January 31st. In conjunction with a special broadcast of the SBS drama Love Scout, the song was promoted as the group's first self-composed track featuring an emotional rock ballad. Uncanny resemblance. Stray Kids fans, or Stays, quickly pointed out strong similarities between The Way Home and Untitled, a record track from 2023 performed by IN and featuring Yoonjin. Accusations of plagiarism soon surfaced, with fans arguing that the composition bore an uncanny resemblance to the Stray Kids song. Beyond the music itself, fans also raised concerns about the group's name. They noted that Skins is similar to Stray Kids, who are also known by the abbreviation SKZ. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, I don't know about this. Probably, yep. Well, the name sounds a bit similar to. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. It could be shortened to SKZ. That is odd. All right, let's give it a shot. So this is Skins. Okay. And this is IN. Oh, it's like slowed. Okay, so the Skins is more sped up. I would say it's more influenced than plagiarism, because it's not a direct one-for-one, but it's close. I don't think it's closer than Under Pressure by Queen and Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice, which was just one note different. I don't think it's that close. But you could tell maybe it was influenced a bit. Obviously, the name is just way too close. If anything, they probably shouldn't have had the Z at the end. Because at that point, SKZ, I mean, what do they want this abbreviated to? It's going to be SKZ, which is confusing as heck. I'm more shocked by the name choice. Yeah, me too. Me too, honestly. New and exciting project blending virtual characters with high quality music production and compelling narrative. Virtual characters. So it's like the first like VTuber group, I guess. Is that what it is? Is this all like AI done or something? That is so weird. So the name is definitely the most problematic for sure. Anyway, excellent video. Definitely enjoyed it. I mean, the chaos is, it is what it is. It's what the Stray Kids are known for, and I enjoy it. I love the fact that they're willing and able to make themselves look ridiculous, but they also put out great music. So, I mean, that's amazing. They're entertaining, they're funny, and they also sound really good. So, truly, what more do you want? There are already virtual groups that exist. Interesting. I did not know that. You learn something new every single day. Every single day. Let's go ahead and jump into this next one. It's Daisy and Jia Ying. Jia Ying? Maybe I said that right, hopefully. Called Remembrance. And this is from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and jump into this. I don't think I've seen Jia Ying. Boy, I am butchering the heck out of that. I know I am. Apologies. I am not that great with names. Although I'm usually pretty good at like remembering people's faces. I mean, I'm usually pretty good with that. Let's go ahead and jump in and find out what's going on. The description says, why the writer's doing this to her, why everyone she cares about has to die. Come on, she deserves better. All right, we'll find out.
You got a rare opportunity here. I got a list of people long gone by now. I'd do anything to have one last stolen moment with.
So it's a virtual group with real people singing behind? Nice.
Where did you learn that? From you.
I play a note. You hold
That afterlife. In 30 years. Tell me what happened to my mom.
One day, a group of men came in. They were looking for your mother. They took her. But by the time I caught up with them, it was too late. Whitehall cut her to pieces.
Growing up,
Gruesome.
I never knew my mom. That's why I learned to crack systems. To find any details I could about my parents. You can trust us.
Trust you? I don't know anything about you.
Why do you care if I stay or go, and why are
July
you
2nd. You were born on July 2nd.
You still have dates? Isn't one daughter enough?
It's you.
There's something
You're
so familiar. Deep down, I think you knew.
Oh, you didn't know.
That's a bit of a twist.
just too afraid to hope. I wanted to tell you, but I could.
You said about your mother. You were talking about me.
This is a big moment.
It's okay.
Father, daughter, family reunion. I wanted it to be perfect. I had plans. Not like this. Not here.
And when I finally found her, she wasn't who I'd hoped she would be.
You started this war. Because this isn't about protecting me.
I've
or
definitely
your
heard of
people.
that
This
before.
is about hate.
When you're separated, when you're young, and then you
She
meet,
hurt you.
whether it's a
I can't
sibling
let
or
you
a
destroy
parent or
any
something
more
like that,
lives.
it can be kind of disappointing.
Leave my daughter alone.
Oh,
Mom, no!
Sometimes trying to do the right thing
bit of a rough family reunion.
comes out all wrong.
Good grief. Wow, that was, it was happy for like a split second there. And then it just went awful. Just, oh my gosh. She deserves better. She lost her mother again. This is heartbreaking. Oh gosh. Can you imagine that? Oh. Let me go ahead and throw a like on that. quick little edit compilation there of her meeting her mother and father. And it went well for maybe a dinner. And then it just kind of went downhill. And then lost her again. Good grief. Ooh. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. Let's go ahead and look up some information on these two. Try to parse this out a little bit more. Jia Ying quoted saying, "S.H.I.E.L.D. found us. No matter where we go or what we do, they will hunt us down. If we are to survive, S.H.I.E.L.D. must be destroyed." Was an inhuman gifted with the power of life force absorption after experiencing pterogenesis. Using her ability, retained her youthful appearance for several decades by draining the life from a number of inhumans who would willingly sacrifice themselves for her. Oh, that's interesting. So she gains youth and beauty through sucking the life force out of other people. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Thanks to this, she used her wisdom and experience to guide a number of inhumans throughout dozens of generations, helping them to cope with their powers and in time harness them. She worked in a clinic in China alongside her husband, had a daughter whom they named Daisy. Was captured by Hydra and vivisected? I don't know what, like insected, but something else, who killed her. Her body was found by her husband, who stitched her back together. That explains the scars all over her face, allowing her healing powers to bring her back to life. That is interesting. Her experience with Reinhardt and the subsequent taking of her daughter by S.H.I.E.L.D. warped her moral compass, and she developed a dispassionate attitude towards humanity, which pushed her away from her husband. Eventually, she became the leader of Afterlife, the inhuman community on Earth, and was reunited with her daughter, as we saw. She then started an open war against S.H.I.E.L.D. when they approached her for peace. Hatred for humans led her to attack her own daughter when she sided with S.H.I.E.L.D., which ended with Zabo turning against her and killing her. Oh, gosh. So she couldn't get past the whole moral compass thing. She just wanted revenge, I guess. Or wanted to be left alone, I suppose. And it was ultimately her own demise. Too bad. Good grief. Interesting. Like dissected while being alive, I think? Yeah, I think so. What an interesting concept. Gosh, what a rough way to go. Having all of that, like, you know, your family back together and all that stuff, and just not being able to let it go. I don't want your revolution because this isn't about protecting me or your people. This is about hate. The war started decades ago when S.H.I.E.L.D. was founded to guard the world against people like us, and it will never end. But you and I together, think of how powerful we could be. We could launch a revolution side by side. Just was not able to give up that revolution mindset and just kind of enjoy life. Lifted her high in the air and broke her spine, killing her before breaking down and crying over the body of his beloved wife. Ooh, killed by her own husband. Good grief. When Zabo, her husband, saw that they would not stop until one of them was dead, he pulled his wife away from their daughter and broke her nerve endings. Like, oh, that is That's harsh. Talk about a family affair. Oh my gosh. Quake, aka Daisy Johnson. Inhuman, genius level hacker. We've gone over Quake before, so I won't harp on it. But obviously found out her mother was still alive and close to her, literally right in front of her, without realizing it. Eventually reunited with her mother and later played a large role in the mother's vendetta against the reunified S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Inhumans. And that is good grief. This is a huge essay, so I won't be reading all of it, but it is talking about the biracial representation of the actress that plays Daisy. For most of my life, the closest thing I had to biracial representation was a cartoon Wolf Dog. 90s kids may remember an animated film, Balto, in 1995, which was very loosely based on the true story of the 1925 diphtheria serum run to Nome, Alaska. What? It's an odd movie. It's probably not a great movie, but it was a favorite of mine as a kid, not just because the dogs are cute and they talk, but because subconsciously I related to Balto as a biracial kid. Balto's a wolf dog, which in this film is treated as something unusual and potentially dangerous by not only other dogs, but also the human characters. The story is about accepting both parts of his heritage and recognizing his unique strengths and weaknesses as a wolf dog. One character says to him, a dog cannot make this journey alone, but maybe a wolf can. It's about as subtle as a brick to the face and falls into the tired trope of making biracial characters special, quote, due to their heritage, but up until high school, this was literally the only story featuring a biracial character that I had. I can pass, quote, pass for white, but there were subtle but constant reminders that I was different from my friends and classmates. My grandparents were Gung Gung and Popo, not Grandpa and Grandma. My dad was the only Asian dad at Parents' Day, and we celebrated Chinese New Year when no one else I knew did. Wasn't the only reason I felt, quote, different, but it was a significant one. As I grew older, I embraced my heritage, found different examples in high school and college. Notably, a TV show, Nikita, stars Maggie Q. I remember that show. A half-Vietnamese woman, first biracial Asian protagonist I'd ever seen, but the pool of stories about biracial Chinese characters, frustratingly small, enter Shield of Agents. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there we go, in September 2013. Tuned into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s pilot partially out of interest in the Whedon brand. 2013 was a different time. And partially because this was the heyday of Marvel content, I wanted to experience it all. Yeah, I think the first Avengers film released in, 2011, if I'm not mistaken? It was definitely in that beautiful period of Marvel. I thought it was pretty fun, and it felt an instant connection to Sky, the snarky hacker audience surrogate. At the time, many of my Tumblr friends also watched at least the first few episodes and were posting about them. I vividly remember the moment that I found out Chloe Bennett is biracial Chinese. One friend posted something about how the show had 2 women of color in it, and I Googled Chloe and literally started screaming. From that moment onward, Sky Daisy has been my girl. Obviously, this is the character. Favorite villain, this post says. There's nothing better or worse than a character who you think is good turning out to be evil. Jia Ying takes this to a new level. She's Daisy's mother. Shocker, right? And not only is she manipulating her own daughter, but her husband and the Inhumans of Afterlife as well. As an Inhuman, she's also scarily powerful. She can literally suck the life right out of you. She also is completely ruthless, as she killed Reyna without a second thought and was willing to drain her own daughter's life. But like all good villains, she didn't start out evil. She was a good person before Hydra cut her to pieces, which was brutal, by the way. That scene was wild. And took her baby daughter away. Though her choices definitely aren't relatable, you can kind of see why she did what she did. The reason why she's my favorite villain, though, was because of the complexity of her relationship to our protagonists. She was Daisy's mother, and everyone who knows Daisy knows how much she longed to find her parents. This created a really interesting dynamic, which Ji-Ying, of course, took advantage of. The actress who plays her is fantastic, too. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting, because the whole show, or leading up to it, Daisy's wanting to know who her parents are. Who are they? What are they like? And then you finally meet them. It's almost like that old adage, don't meet your heroes, but just applied to like family, I guess, in this case. Honestly, S.H.I.E.L.D. in my head was much newer. The time either moves fast or I'm just out of it. Yeah, honestly, it's weird how old that Marvel universe was. You know, starting with Iron Man back in what, 2008? That's almost 20 years ago. Oh, God. 20 years since the first Iron Man film. That's crazy. Like, time has flown by. Boy, that is peak drama. That is peak drama. Finally finding your parent or your parents, and they turn out to be, or at least one of them turns out to be absolutely evil. Or at least not have much of a moral compass, and they just start killing ruthlessly, and then they try to kill you, and you're just like, what's going on? I finally found them, and they're terrible. What is that? What would that be called? Found family? Found anti-family? Like, oh, that'd be so brutal. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. It is DaouOffroad TikTok compilation. Since it's a TikTok compilation, we'll be taking a second here to move the video over so we don't miss anything. There we go. That should be centered, maybe, possibly, perhaps, perchance, possible. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. This is about 17 minutes long. None of these edits are mine. I just pulled them from TikTok, so credit to all the amazing editors.
I never knew you were the someone waiting for me.
Starting off with Ed Sheeran, always a good one. It feels a clock already. Indeed it is. Perfect time for a little of this. As I cry, as I weep into it. Cheers. This edit. The editor of that video had a plan. Had a plan of action. It's a Tokyo Drift song. Drift, drift, drift. I'll say this. A lot of people don't like that Fast and Furious movie. I love Tokyo Drift. It is by far one of my favorite. It's right up there at the top. I know there's been 80 billion of those movies, but it's just different. It's interesting. Like the setting for it was just lovely. Obviously Han, great character. I watch a lot of Thai BLs, but never watched one with DaouOffroad. Any recommendations? Let her know. Let her know. Let them know. In the chat. In the comments.
I'm not talking about DaouOffroad. You're talking about DaouOffroad ค่ะคือ I want to say that we love each other.
Oh, we saw this last time.
You want the answer from this ถ้าสมมติว่าคนเขารักกันมากๆเนี่ยทำไมเขาต้องออกมานั่งบอกอธิบายความสัมพันธ์เฮ้ยเราเป็นอย่างนี้นะเราเป็นอย่างนี้นะเราเป็นอย่างนี้นะคะเราเป็นอย่างนี้นะเราเป็นอย่างนี้นะเราเป็นอย่างนี้แล้วก็มาโชว์ให้ทุกคนได้เห็นว่าเฮ้ย
Going on Slayer Kitty?
หรือเราเลิกกันแล้วหรือว่าเรารักกันหรือเรากำลังจีบกันนะ
Just for context, we did react to this last time. This is a, well, I think it was part of the notes, if I'm not mistaken. This was talking to someone in the chat that was basically just like, oh gosh, what did they technically say? It was something like, you know, something about fan service and like, how do we know it's real? You know, should we like downplay or outlaw fan service or something like that? Like, and it was just taken like, you know, calling them out on fan service. So this was kind of the response to it.
It's something that you're not associated with it คือมันไม่ได้เกี่ยวข้องกับคุณเลย you just know that it's real นะโอเคแล้วผมไม่เคยทำอะไรที่มันไม่จริงอยู่ผมรักน้องผมก็รักจริง
Dao was just like, I'm not playing this. I'm not talking about it. If you don't believe it, whatever. It was kind of a nice response. It was very much just like, what do I have to prove to you?
Okay, for the hater, you are not associated with our relationship. Me upload you no in not our area, but we together. You not on the area, so I don't care. ผมบอกแล้วผมแคร์คนที่ผมแคร์เลย
Basically, yeah. That was basically what was being said there. F off. That might be one of the most epic comebacks I've ever heard from one of these BL couples. Like that whole thing was just beautiful.
ทุกคนเห็นหมดว่าผมไม่มีอะไรเลยในตอนแรกนะไม่มีอะไรเลยเพื่อนในทีมอื่นอาจจะยังไม่รู้จักผมด้วยซ้ำแล้วในทีมตัวเองเขาจะมาเหนื่อยกับผมทำไมเขาจะหาภาระเพิ่มทำไมในเมื่อเขาเลือกคนที่เก่งแล้วเทรนแล้วไปด้วยกันได้แต่ผมไม่อยากจะเชื่อพี่อู๋คือคนแรกเขาเหมือนให้
Definitely not playing
second chance แบบโอกาสที่2
คือเรารู้ว่าเรามีความฝันอะไรแล้วเราก็ไปด้วยกันในแล้วก็รู้สึกว่าจริงๆเรารู้แล้วเนี่ยสิว่าเราไปตามฝันเราคนเดียวได้แหละแต่ก็ไม่ได้อยากใช้ชีวิตโดยที่ไม่มีเขาอยู่ข้างดีมันดีกว่า So that's why live without you
Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can
This song.
I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna
Classic.
change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you.
Such a classic banger indeed. Oh my
I've
gosh.
been going out with Nick Nelson since I was 14. He likes rugby and Formula One, animals, especially dogs, the Marvel Universe, the sound felt tips make on paper, rain, drawing on shoes, Disneyland, and minimalism. He also likes me. His hair is dark blonde and his eyes are
from
brown,
Heartstopper?
and he's 2 inches taller than me, if you care about that sort of thing. I think he's pretty hot, but that might just be my opinion.
I'm falling slowly in love with you. 오랫동안 기다려 너는 봄이야. 'Cause I'm falling slowly in love with you. 다시 지워진다 해도 all my life is you.
I've definitely used that photo as a thumbnail.
하얀 길 위에 행복했던 너와 나.
You know, it's funny. I'm watching this and I'm just picturing, you know, this is such a hilarious timing for, or maybe perfect timing for Valentine's, depending on your status. If you're single, you're probably not enjoying this very much. Or you're just living through them, you know, vicariously. Oh, jeez. Wow. Spoke that one straight from the heart. I will say some of these edits are better. These edits are better than the others, but we're all pretty good.
Not our area, but we
If you're a fan of this pairing, that one Twitch or live stream moment is probably just, you're seeing that at least 30 times a day. It's just iconic, honestly. Oh, jeez. Sorry to hear that. It does happen to literally everyone. It is unfortunately a reality in life.
อยู่ๆก็เข้ามาจีบเราเข้ามาจีบเราแต่เขาขยับปากตอบนะมันเลยตัดยากขึ้นทางเทคนิคอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
Definitely not alone. I think we've all been there. Another day of bickering. Like, cover up.
Remember the time Dou lost it when he thought Offroad had a love scene in Our Days the series.
ไปกินข้าวกันเปิดก็มีเฮ้ยใช่เหรอเลิฟซีนด้วยเหรอมีเลิฟซีนด้วยเหรอคัพเปอร์เป็นแบบใสๆแล้วไม่มีเลิฟซีนด้วยเหรอรถแล้วพี่เป็นไรเป็นไรข้าวกันนี่เป็นอะไรอ่ะ
I watched him make his way through the crowd, feeling proud I could call him mine. My boyfriend, my Jeremiah.
That takes somebody who's very strong-willed and confident, and definitely not me. It's like, I don't know how actors or musical talent or whatever, usually actors, are cool with that. I guess it's just part of the job, and, you know, you're both going to be doing it, I guess. I don't know. Not me, though. I couldn't handle it. No chance. At least I know that, you know? I don't know how they do it either. Yeah, it's mind-boggling to me. Like, I would not be cool with that at all. Like, in the slightest. And I know people, you know, that are a little bit more open to that stuff exist. But it's just, it doesn't compute. Like, my mind just can't get around that. Very much like, no, mine. I would ask, what are we now? Oh my gosh. Oh, that question. That loaded question. So what are we? What do you mean is usually the next sentence. What do you mean? What are we? Oh gosh. That's a record stop question.
Please don't break my heart. Don't tear me apart. I know how it starts. I love to wake up next to you. So we'll piss off the neighbors.
Oh my gosh, I haven't heard this song in forever. Ow. He's like, all right, take that red Solo cup somewhere else. Back up, back up, back up. All right, I see where that was going. I see where that was going.
Your morning eyes, I could stare like watching stars. I could walk you
จริงเขาผ่านอะไรมาเยอะมากๆเลยจริงๆมันอยู่ในช่วงเวลาของที่เขาควรจะได้แบบใช้ความสุขให้เต็มที่ผมว่าปีนี้เขาน่าจะได้ทำในสิ่งที่เขารักมากขึ้นเพราะว่าเขามีความฝันของเขาอยู่ครับผมก็จะอยู่ข้างๆเขาในทุกๆความฝันไม่ว่าความฝันไหนที่เขาคิดไว้ผมขอให้มันแบบเป็นจริงแล้วก็ประสบความสำเร็จคือเขาเป็นคนหนึ่งที่เขาเป็นคนที่ฝันใหญ่และผมเชื่อว่าเขาทำได้
Having anybody around you that has that level of support and faith and belief in you is huge. You know, most of us, if you put your mind to it and you get a little lucky, You can do what you want to do, right? But to have somebody in your corner fighting for you like that is just that much better. It almost increases your luck, increases your work ethic, increases your chances. It is just beautiful. If you don't have that, keep looking. It's out there. It's out there. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a potential spouse, a significant other, or just a friend. And be that for somebody else as well. I think if there was more of that, things would be a lot better.
Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. 'Cause sometimes I look in her eyes and that's where I find that there's no love, and I try to fall for it.
That's such a great Joji song. Such a great song. The ultimate fidget spinner. Excellent, excellent compilation there. Obviously, madly in love. That live stream of calling out haters and, you know, people that question it and everything like that is just epic. That honestly, if you're in any fandom of any pairing, like that belongs to you as well. Like that's universal. That is pretty impressive. That was all off the dome too. And it was so like beautifully put. Like, he's here, I'm here, you're not in our area. You're nowhere to be seen in this. Like, that was so crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that a link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go ahead and throw it some love as well. Let's pull up some information that has been beautifully put together by our own Jace and anybody else who might have helped as well. Basically, you don't get a say. Exactly. That's how you can tell that they're very happy and very content, is that they just don't care. They don't care about what other people say. Say whatever you want. You're just not in the area, so you have no impact on it. That's pretty amazing. That is the level of, you know, confidence and happiness and contentness that I think we're all looking for, where the world just gets shut off. You don't think about it, and you're just kind of in that contentness. You're in the happiness zone, if you will. Let's see here. Mama's son is actually so tired, but he never says anything. He works hard every single day and always pushes himself so hard, like he constantly using his body. He really does everything to entertain everyone, and he always gives everything for off-road. Son, mama, mama's son. What makes fans crazy is the fact that Off-Road called Daou's mom with mama, which is the same way as Daou called his mom. And also Daou's mom let Off-Road call her mama. But some of Thai mamas and Asian moms in general wouldn't let you call them mama as soon as you guys meet, even though you are their child's lovers. So the fact that Daou's mom let Off-Road call her mama is one of a sign that Off-Road is well accepted in the family and it kind of makes me crazy. More of this chaotic interview. There it is.
โอ้โหแรงกว่านี้ก็จับมาแล้วตัวเขาเป็นก้าวตั้งนั้นเนี่ยเห็นไหมไม่มีแล้วคือก็คือมันจะดูคนยิ้มใส่กันเหรอการออฟโรดซื้อแหวนให้ต้าอู่ด้วยจริงๆผมให้แหวนเขาไว้ตอนที่จบจากซีรีส์รักไม่รู้ว่าคือไม่รู้อะไรเลยตอนนั้นแค่รู้สึกว่าอย่างน้อยแหวนนี้อยู่ในวันที่เราจะต้องทำงานแยกกันอะแล้วสุดท้ายเราไม่มีใครมีเราอยู่เสมอแล้วเราไม่ได้มีค่าแพงมากแต่มันจะมีค่าขึ้นไปเรื่อยๆในอนาคตมันก็คงให้เหมือนกับความสัมพันธ์นี้เหมือนกันที่ให้เรามาถึงจุดปัจจุบันตรงนี้ได้ก็เพราะว่าเรามีก็มันคือความหมายแบบที่เขาบอกมา
That's a big thing. It's not about
เขาตั้งใจ
price.
จะบอกเราในวัน
It's
นั้น
about the
เขามีความแบบเขินด้วยนะ
what it says.
แบบรถเสร็จแล้วมาตรง
A
นี้
lot of people get lost in the value as opposed to the
ขับรถไปที่ไหน
meaning.
เดี๋ยวเพิ่งไปถึงแหวนขับรถไปพี่รถเสร็จแล้วเดินมากับพี่หน่อยนะเขาก็เข้ามากอดผม
Nice. Very nice.
แล้วเขาก็เลยแบบว่าเปิดแหวนให้แล้วเขาก็พูดแบบตั้งใจซื้อให้แบบอยากให้แบบเป็นของแบบคู่กันอะไรอย่างนี้แทนใจแบบวันไหนที่แบบกูไม่อยู่เหมือนก็ได้แบบมีสิ่งนี้ค่อนข้างเขาบอกกันว่ามีใครบางคนอยากให้คำนิยามว่ารักคือความทุกข์แต่ว่าแตกต่างกับฉันที่มองว่ารักคือความสุขใส่ทำนองได้ไหมใส่ทำนองได้ไหมครั้งแล้วบางทีก็อาจจะเจ็บแต่มันยิ้มได้เรื่อยมาเลยนะแต่ว่าถ้าต้องผิดหวังก็ไม่ต้องเป็นไรเพลงเลยไหม
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is a famous saying, isn't it? Love is misery. I'm trying to piece together why that's a famous saying. Love is misery. Misery in the fact that, oh gosh, I'm trying to put together what that is. Love is misery. Well, it could be misery if you are separated for a certain amount of time. That can be miserable. It's the person closest to you that basically you're the most vulnerable with. So if they hurt your feelings or you hurt their feelings, it can be miserable. I guess that is kind of what they're getting at with that quote. DaouO presents Thailand Music Countdown along with 3 others, which includes Nunu. Episodes are normally presented in pairs, and Nunu and DaouO have yet to pair together. This was discussed with DaouO recently. I haven't met Nunu yet. I only met him once when the 4 of us were gathered. On Nunu and Mabel's episode, Nunu said he was afraid to pair up with DaouO. He wasn't sure how he could match up your level of your energy. DaouO said, I can balance us off. Huh. Interesting. Excellent. Your balance. My balance aren't the same. I enjoyed every episode and didn't want overall energy to drop. If both MCs dropped energy, the show would be boring. It's your style. He was worried yet. He wants to have an opportunity to work with DaouO. They haven't paired up before. He was afraid he couldn't release such an energy as DaouO. He's afraid he couldn't catch up with DaouO. Nunu is a soft style. Okay, so they're basically saying Nunu's a little bit more softer energy. So maybe it would just be kind of like 2 opposite ends. But wouldn't that work? Technically, that would work, right? If you had 2 people with a lot of energy, it'd be almost too much. And if you had 2 people with soft energy, it might be too little. But I think having both kind of the balance would be good. He cares for DaouO and doesn't want you to look dropped in energy because of him. Oh, sad. He doesn't want to pair up with me. Not that. He's just worried a bit. Say something to Nunu. Tell him not to be afraid. Don't be afraid. I won't bite you. I won't bite. This week, on February 4th, Offroad turned 25. Happiest of birthdays. Turned 25 years old. Nice. Wow, what a... Look at that cake. 'Is that a McDonald's? Oh my gosh.
โอ้โห Happy birthday to you ขอให้มีความสุขมากๆ 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 ข
Oh my gosh, the fries, the little fries.
ขอให้เติบโตไปพร้อมๆกับแม็กไก่ทอด
Oh, that's right. They're sponsored by McDonald's, right? Or they did like adverts for them. That is so cool. Wait a minute. They have fried chicken at McDonald's over there? I am so disappointed in US McDonald's. That is kind of like a thing. So McDonald's, if you're in other parts of the world, has very different offerings than they do in the US. In the US, it's very simple. Burgers, fries, salads. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. Their meal was a fried chicken meal. I am so interested and curious as to how McDonald's fried chicken is. Is it like McDonald's in quality, or is it good? Is it like Popeyes? Like, what is the consistency of this fried chicken? Is it seasoned like KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken? Like, that is so interesting to me. Thais love fried chicken, I'm told. I mean, who doesn't love fried chicken? Let's be brutally honest here. Fried chicken, if you're into eating chicken, fried chicken is like top of the list. It's so good. In France, we have croquet monsieur. At McDonald's, I have no idea what that is. What even is that? Yeah, exactly. What is that? I love fried chicken. Oh, me too. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know it's not the healthiest way to eat chicken, okay? We all understand that, but boy, is it good. If it's seasoned. If it's seasoned well, it is fantastic. A nice spicy fried chicken. Oh. Oh, it's beautiful. Can you tell I have not eaten dinner yet? Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so interesting to me. McDonald's fried chicken. I'm almost terrified of it because, you know, I think of McDonald's quality, and everybody kind of understands McDonald's quality is not amazing. So I'm interested and a bit hesitant towards their fried chicken. I guess it's, you know, I guess it was probably breaded with what's on the chicken nuggets, I'm assuming. Maybe it's okay. It's like a grilled cheese with ham kind of sandwich. That sounds good. That's shocking. They serve that at McDonald's. But then again, they serve, so all their menus are just completely different. Some McDonald's serve alcohol, which is like, what? Yeah, we really have the worst menu of McDonald's here in the US, which is interesting. So it's kind of an interesting experience. If I ever traveled the world, I would probably hit up a McDonald's in whatever country it is, just to see if they had something different. That's really lame to say, and it's weird, but I mean, I would have to try it. I would have to try like different things that they have on the menu. And I've definitely heard from quite a few people online that McDonald's is so much better in other countries. So much. I mean, why not? Well, it's kind of looked down upon, right? McDonald's. And you would almost feel like, here I am traveling the world and I'm still in a McDonald's. Like, you feel kind of like, oh, why did I do that? You know? McDonald's is better and healthier in other countries. I mean, that's wild. That's wild. That is so wild to me. Ugh, we get so screwed here. The menu is not good. It is not good. We get nothing like interesting. We just have stuff like that at breakfast. We have it all day here. Yeah, McDonald's did have breakfast all day. And didn't they stop doing that? Like, they did it for a while, and then eventually they said, all right, if you want breakfast, you got to get down here before 10:30 in the morning. If you can't make it, then we're done. We're done here. We're not talking. You got to get a burger or something. Because we have banned most stuff they have in their McDonald's. Oh my gosh. I know we totally went off off script here talking about McDonald's, but this is genuinely fascinating to me. McFried chicken. I've never heard of that. The pandemic killed the all-day breakfast? Really? Interesting. Obviously, that's a little double cheeseburger. Got a little vanilla ice cream cone. Got the fries. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's a McFlurry. Probably an Oreo McFlurry or something. That is so fascinating. I know, like, if you go to, like, I don't know, pick a country, and you go to McDonald's, you're going to feel like, why did I, you know, it almost feels like you're not authentically there. You know what I mean? Like, every meal should be like a local meal, you know, enjoying the local food and stuff like that. But I don't know. Part of me is just like, I can't not go. Me literally eating McDonald's right now. Well, I hope it's good. I hope you got something interesting. What they got up to on Offroad's birthday, one of the pics below, in case Tumblr's being mean again. Tumblr is being mean. Oh, there we go. It loaded. Hey, it's great. Take a deep breath. Great shirt. Obviously some photos here. Just out in nature, enjoying it. Going a little river. Still hitting the model poses. No, I will not sign up. How about that? Oh, got a little. Dang, look at that view over here. Wow. Quite a nice moment. I think this is just photos, right? Yeah, this is just photos. We saw him. Dao also posted this with the Thai caption saying happy birthday. The lyrics for the song in the background translate to, you no need to be better than this. We'll love you anyway. You don't have to be like what others expect. The world is cruel. I mean, that is factual. All right, what do we got here? Dao gave Offroad a boyfriend cake. The appearance has changed a bit, but it's the last character cake. And it says, just like my boyfriend calls me small. Awesome. Wow, that is a beautiful looking. These are all cakes? Dang. Look fake. Like, that is beautiful cake artistry, if you will. More birthday shenanigans. Along with the birthday cake, Dao surprised Offroad with a necklace, of which Dao, has a matching bracelet. There's the cake. It's adorable. I like how it's a personal cake. You know, you could definitely get more than 2 slices out of it. There's really no need for huge cakes. Although I will say, sometimes some of those sheet cakes, those big ones, oh, that frosting is so sugary. Sometimes they're just good.
Happy birthday to you.
Holding up the projector. I love how low. It's not super expensive. It's just kind of a their thing, you know. They're just enjoying it themselves. It's not like this big production. I'm sure you've seen those on Instagram or social media where it's obnoxiously large production, like 100 billion roses all over the apartment, or, you know, just sheer amounts of money thrown for like birthdays and stuff like that. It's just, part of me is like, I get it. If you have it, flaunt it a little bit. But the other part of me is like, ugh, kind of seems put on. Like it's not heartfelt. This seems very heartfelt. Look at all those figurines. Are those like mini pops? What are those? Oh, there's the bracelet. I'm too poor to even think about that. I get it. I get it. That's awesome. Very cool. What's the word I'm looking for? It's very, not subdued, but it's very relatable. That was a very relatable birthday celebration. I'm sure they did it up big somewhere, but that was very nice. It's about who you're spending it with, not so much how much they're spending on you. Off-Road also had a fan meet birthday celebration, and is common for the industry. Here's a variety of moments from the event. That's very cool. So everybody gets to celebrate with you. That is a huge cake. Oh my God. That's such a big cake they had to wheel it in.
25 ปีแล้วก็หลังจากนี้ก็ขอให้ชีวิตเรามีความสุขได้ทำสิ่งที่อยากทำได้สิ่งที่อยากได้ทุกอย่างเป็นไปตามแผนที่วางไว้ไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องการเงินเรื่องชีวิตเรื่องต่างๆความประสบความสำเร็จทุกอย่างที่จะคอยมีเคียงข้างเลย
Coming up with a wish. Putting good thought into it. Very important. Can't be too quick. It's a long wish. There's another cake. I swear in Thailand they get like 10 cakes every birthday. I had to buy my own last birthday. Where's the fairness? I've definitely done that for myself once or twice. Cake never tastes as good when you have to buy it yourself. Although I've had a cake before that was bought for me that was absolutely atrocious. It was made by a very local, very small vegan bakery. I'm not vegan, so that was the first strike against it. It was the driest cake I've ever had in my life. Like, it was so dry. Like, I don't know what they did to it. Maybe they just didn't put enough, I don't know, oil in it or something. But it was It was so crumbly. It was like an oatmeal bar. It fell apart. It was just, like you needed water or something to like moisten it up. Like it was just so bad. So bad. And it was so very expensive. Oh my gosh. I just remember, taking a few bites and just going, can I go buy like a boxed cake or like something out of a box and just make it for myself? I might enjoy it a little bit more. Is there sound here? Oh, there is. Of course it's Usher's Daddy's Home. That's hilarious. But yeah, I've celebrated a few birthdays alone. It's not great. But it is what it is. You gotta celebrate it. These shoes are interesting. What is going on there? They're like balloon animal shoes. They're so shiny. Oh my gosh. Our streak continues. Our streak continues. Not a single stream without a Taylor Swift song. Not a single one. At this point, I think it's a conspiracy. Literally just carried from section to section. Years ago, Offroad referred to him as Dao in an interview. Referred to him and Dao in an interview as Bainong, aka brothers. And Dao reacted to it with an Insta story using the song Status from the Tilly Birds. Like brothers, what kind of siblings would do this? Would like to ask you clearly what kind of brother. Offroad had never called them brother again. That's so funny. That trolling is just so funny. Oh.
ความสัมพันธ์กับต้าอู๋ได้ครับมันเป็นยังไงอ่ะ
มันยิ่งกว่าพี่มันยิ่งกว่า
I'm so dead. That's so funny. Just constantly downplaying it a little bit. Are you sure? Right. Oh my gosh. The fact that it was such a public call out immediately is just so funny. So funny. Stage performance from last week. You can tell they're having fun. Those are real smiles. Something tells me Off-Road isn't the kind of guy that puts on a fake smile. Seems very, more serious, a little withdrawn, I guess. Maybe not withdrawn, but reserved. Wearing the emotions on the sleeve. Boys, what is this? That's funny. Using his presenter skills, Dao, when still in military, to chat an American soldier.
I'm with 229. I'm an Apache pilot and here for Cobra Gold.
Is this the first time you visit here in Thailand?
Yes, this is my first time in Thailand.
How do you feel?
I love it. The country's been great. The food is really good, and getting to work with the Thai military has been very exciting.
How long have you been here?
I have been here for 3 weeks.
What is the most thing that you love?
The food, definitely.
Yeah.
Back at home we have Thai food, but it's not as good as it is here, so we've been eating everywhere we can.
And I want to ask you something like, how do you feel like joy in this project, like Cobra Gold with the Thai military?
Cobra Gold is great. It's rare that we get to work with other countries, and so especially for a junior officer like me, getting to meet other people in other nations, it's very exciting, and it builds a lot of trust with those that we're working with.
Today is a kind of like relaxed, like a Thai game. Did you play like chasing game last game?
Yes, it was a 3-man chasing game.
You probably don't expect to be interviewed when you join the Army. It's doing a good job.
But America won in the end.
Have you ever played like some game like this before?
No, never. It was a traditional Thai game.
We have like many Thai game, and this is a game that it's like how do you say like crazy eating, something like that.
Yeah, wacky eating game.
Yeah, wacky eating game, something like so. And I thank you so much.
Interesting.
And I hope you enjoy in Thailand.
Yes,
nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, can you introduce yourself?
That's awesome. That is really cool. Extreme trust fall. What? Oh gosh. It's like, oh. You know what's funny? Dao hesitated there because he probably thought it was a joke. Literally probably thought it was a joke. Like right around like right here. Just like, oh, uh-oh. The head snap back like it's a dance move. It's like they're doing the tango or something. Funny. Let's go ahead and keep some of these potentially for the next Dao Off-Road video, which I'm sure there will be more. So we will get back to it. Let's go ahead and jump into the next video. It is Nikolai and Zoya Shadow and Bone TikToks because this power couple deserved better. This is a production by the mod Luke, who's around, certainly in the Discord, certainly in the chat. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're not going to watch all of it because it is about 37 minutes long, but we will get a nice taste of it. And you can watch the rest on your own. Of course, the link will be down below in the YouTube description, so you can check it out. Let's go ahead and jump in, shall we? Shadow and Bone. Usually we react to the crows on Shadow and Bone, so this is kind of a more main character study. I just realized I'm cutting off a little bit of it, so let me move it over. Tried to guess, and I did not succeed. There we go. That should be more centered. Guaranteed. to make you smile. You know what's amazing? I just saw a video of Freddie Mercury in concert, and it had been like manipulated to be in like 4K. It was stunning. I don't know if they use AI to do that and like remaster it, but it was beautiful. I was watching it, and one of the top comments was this recorded next week? Like, it just looked incredible. Looked like Freddie Mercury was just performing like yesterday. It was crazy.
Taylor, heart-rendered twins. They were just the people who had shown up and managed to survive.
So the fact that we're now able to like make better quality out of movies, shows, concerts, it's huge. If that's all that AI is used for,
The name's
it's
Stern.
amazing.
It's a very rich pilot. A privateer, actually.
Favorite non-crow duos?
I present Nikolai Lansov. I love it when you quote me. I present Nikolai Lansov. I love it when you quote me.
Zoya, I'm a schooler.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
I would give you a crown if I could. I would show you the world from the prow of a ship. I would choose you, Zoya, as my general, as my friend, as my bride. I would give you a sapphire the size of an acorn, and all I would ask in return is that you wear this damnable ribbon in your hair on our wedding day.
Now that is quite the speech. You adore the books? Nice. You and Luke could probably talk for days about the books.
And I don't want creatures to be defined by their orders. No more coloured characters. But I look amazing in blue. You can go with her. No.
If I remember correctly, one of the main complaints was the fact that it was just too many stories or too many books tried to be in like a couple seasons. Like they bit too much off the end. It seems like a pretty fair criticism, I guess. A lot of the videos book related. I don't know why they do that. Like, why do they try to cram so much into television series? This could have been another spin-off.
No one's a mess. I could fix him.
It's like they're just trying to fill scenes before, you know, the main people are in it to like show a passage of time or something. Like, it just makes no sense why they would try to cram it full of new characters and storylines and not give them all their moment to shine. Sounds good. I do have those screenshots. We'll go over those soon. Well, they definitely gave him a budget because the costumes look great.
I will kneel to only one ruler, and I will see only one person crowned this say. The age of the Landstoffs is over. He sank to one knee. Let the Nasyalensky dynasty begin. All hail the Dragon Queen.
Potential was there. Zora literally turns into a dragon? What?
Identify yourselves at once
That's
or
awesome.
be shot. I really changed
Oh my
so much,
gosh, could you
Rescue.
imagine how cool that would have looked?
Yes, it is. My prince.
How do you let
could
that
fix
slip
him.
out of your hands? I was going to say something else and I had to censor myself. How do you blank that away? Is what I was going to say. Come on, Jeff, get him. Oh my gosh. That Bo Burnham Inside documentary, I guess, was just next world. Those songs are so funny. They literally had a scene in the show when Zoya fought with Inej, and it was kind of sick. Nice. In season 3, Zoya and Nikolai was going to be big parts, and the Crows were going to get their own show. That is such a shame, and a gross miscarriage of material. Honestly, the Crows probably should have had their own show from the start.
That one's a mess. But I could fix him.
Could you tell Nikolai about Zoya?
It's kind of weird that they wouldn't see that.
You can tell everyone you were punched
Like, that the Crows would be so popular and interesting. That people would, like, latch onto it. Not fought like against each other, but with each other. Nice. It would have been cool if they did separate shows with crossover episodes. Yes. Like they did in the Arrowverse.
Someday, someone is going to sweep you off your feet so hard, you won't know what hit you.
Honestly, I saw it coming. I'm also a Shadowhunters fan. They kind of fumbled the potential. Yeah.
That one's a mess.
Seems like it.
I could fix him.
I've reacted to a couple Shadowhunter videos. Seemed interesting every time. Good replacement universe for Arrowverse.
I could fix him.
What did this come out on? Was this Netflix? I should probably know that, but I can't remember. Nikolai literally becomes king. Zoya becomes leader of the Grishas in the book. It was Netflix? Okay. Because I'm trying to think how many crossover events has Netflix had other than the Marvel series? Like they had Luke Cage, The Punisher, Iron Fist, and they've eventually had like a crossover, like all together show, kind of like Legends of Tomorrow. But I don't think they've had any other ones like that, have they? I don't know. But this was an opportunity to do that. Certainly build a universe that they could do that with.
Someday, someone is going to sweep you off your feet so hard, you won't know what hit you. That one's a mess. If I could fix him.
I don't want to fight for a future.
Definitely tell Nikolai and Zoya had similar charm for the Crows. Yeah. Number one, they look good. That certainly helps. And number two, she turns into a frickin' dragon. What more do you want? Like, that is... That's what interested so many people about Daenerys Targaryen. That and the nudity, of course. But definitely the dragons as well. I'm sure it was pretty much equal parts.
That one's a mess. If I could fix him.
Like, the potential of a character turning into a dragon is just insane that they didn't get to that. Even those two wanted more? Yeah. In this video, there's even the actors on a panel, and they even joke about how they got a 1 second look.
You can get arrested for that. Stealing from Second Army will get you thrown in a hole. Zoya, I'm a scholar. When I get nerves the night before, I like to have a good tumble with a stranger. Clears my head. That's my remedy. Bring her to the General's tent. You can go with her.
Show me.
Her.
Zoya Najalensky.
Care to back down?
Fight is ready.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
We come again.
Fight.
Your tracker friend also liked it when I put him on his back.
Oh. The wink. The disrespect. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
You can't go back into the fold. To Novokrobesk. I have family in that city. I need to know how much of it is lost.
It's dangerous to go looking for the dead. What you see may haunt you for the rest of your days.
Not going will haunt me more. You can't stay in Ravka. The Apparat will try to keep his power, blame this on all of us. The people will turn on Grisha again. You need to find new allies. And I'll come back and reclaim our country. I still don't like you.
Kaz just looking on.
I'm grateful for you.
Just brooding.
So remember this.
That scowl. Oh my gosh.
Saints become martyrs before they get to be heroes.
That's so funny.
Stay alive. You need more than bullets and bravado to survive the people hunting you now. You came back.
I said I would.
But you're the son someone
Oh, I
who
guess I'll
can't
keep.
afford weakness.
Is that why you were so cruel to me at the little palace? Trying to toughen me up?
No. That was jealousy. But also, I underestimated you. I won't do that again.
Is this an apology?
Kind of funny when serious people have that little glimmer of humor.
You don't need hollow apologies, you need alliances.
It just makes it all the more
here
funny.
to offer you mine. Clearly, you need all the help you can get. I thought we were leaving at 3 bells.
Tolya's trying to cram his entire poetry library into his pack.
Poetry?
Long may the night whose
No. There'll be none of that. Hey, you haven't completely forgotten what you were taught at the Little Palace. Just your loyalty to Ravka.
Ravka or Kirigan? It didn't take him destroying a city for me to question my loyalty.
I assume same goes for you, for a certain Fjorden. You must be quite the slab of fur, which we told you, so perhaps now you tell us something we didn't know?
Kebab.
You need to forget the Fjorden.
Really? What, now is when you choose to have this conversation?
Seems as good a time as any to point out you're throwing your life away. For a Driskelle.
That's not who he is. That's how he was raised.
They burn us, Nina. You can't unlearn that
Friends?
sort of hatred. And now he's in Hellgate.
Just immediately think of the
Your country when it
in-betweeners.
needed you the most. Was it worth it?
Remember to stay within my sight.
Remember to keep up. Claire is setting herself up for a heartbreak. She knows it. Why bother?
Because we fight for what matters most to us.
Merging with the crows kind of worked.
Someday, someone is going to sweep you off your feet so hard, you won't know what hit you. And don't come looking for me to explain it all to you, because... But okay.
Seems to fit in quite well.
Oh, Jenya and Zoya are my escorts.
Well, that one's a mess.
Mm.
But I could fix him.
With this one?
We're on the same side now. I mean, as much as that might be boring, I'm actually rather pleased about it.
And Ravka is next.
The 1 second look.
We're fantastic. I think I can whip them into shape.
Yeah, as long as no actual whips are involved.
I make no promises.
Mm.
Oh, and I don't want Grisha to be defined by their orders. No more colored keftas.
That's all
look amazing
Netflix
in it.
gave us of them two together. That's crazy.
And as for me, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my friends. And I think Ravka could do with some too. I have a very important blade I have to return to Shuhan.
The 3 of us can do a lot of good together.
Our little triumvirate. Your tracker friend also liked it when I put him on his back. I'll go with Nina.
Are you sure you don't need me? I mean, Zoya can take a Val.
Nina and Zoya will wait for a Val at the apothecary.
One day I'm giving you space, and the next day you give me faces, and I like parties, not this place.
Nina! You okay? Huh? What happened?
Mm. Ow. It's got the seduction of Jesper and Nina, the serious leadership of Kaz, and the badassery of Inej. Kind of the crows in one.
I want you on my team. So does everybody else.
My gosh. The 1 second look, huh? See if we can pinpoint it.
Oh, Jenya and Zoya are my...
Oh my gosh. There you go. Blink and you missed it. Blink and you missed it. Go ahead and throw that a like. Link down below in the YouTube description if you'd like to watch the rest of that TikTok compilation by our own Luke. Check it out. Throw it some love. All that good stuff. Also check out his channel. Many a good videos there. Compilations. So check them out. All right. Let's bring up some information here. Obviously, we kind of showed a little bit of it coming up. Great compilation indeed. Fully agree. It was ironic how we got scenes between Nikolai and Kaz and then Zoya and Inej, but not those two together. That's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. This is about Zoya. Quote, "You are strong enough to survive the fall." Queen of Ravka and a Grisha, born in the village of Pachina. I don't know if the H is silent or not. She originally aimed to become a soldier of the First Army before she learned of her squalor powers. Her training... Squalor. That is an interesting name for powers. Frequently assigned to missions around Ravka. During the Civil War, Zoya fought alongside Alina and eventually became a member of the Grisha Triumvirate and the leader of the Etherealki. Zoya is a powerful Grisha and one of the few to have possessed more than one amplifier. Oh my gosh. Look at this list of aliases. Oh, wow. There'll be a little context missing for the rest of the video as other videos mention some of the book events. But maybe the links will give some. We shall see. All right. We're in a small town. Bunch of different jobs here. So it was 16. She made her first journey across the Shadow Fold with the Darkwing and other Grisha. Brought copious gifts to her aunt. Met Liliana's ward. Bot compares Zoya and Alina together in combat classes, hoping that Zoya, star pupil, can assist Alina in training, as we saw a little bit of that. When Alina astonishingly succeeds in besting her, an enraged Zoya uses Squalor Wind to slam Alina against a wall and breaks her ribs. Ouch. Ouch. Alrighty, you can catch the rest on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a great night. Before the winter fete, Zoya was seen putting on her dress when Genya Safin and Alina walked in to use the mirror on purpose to make her jealous of Alina's black and gold kefta. Zoya and Alina's relationship takes a turn for the worst when Alina spots Zoya and Mao kissing after Mao wins a fight against a Grisha. Ooh, bad blood. Now we got bad blood. Zoya is mentioned several times by Nina. Nina recounts an earlier experience with Zoya during which the two were attempting to recruit rogue Grisha to the Second Army in the Wandering Isle. See here. Nikolai. He's damnably handsome, brave in battle, smart as a whip, an excellent dancer. Oh, and an even better shot. That's Nikolai about himself. And also very confident. Very confident. Former king of Ravka, second son of Alexander III, spent many years undercover, taking on a variety of jobs and hobbies. First introduced in the series as Sturmund, powerful privateer, and soon after reveals his true identity to Alina and Mal. The relationship with Zoya gets stronger in King of Scars since Nikolai starts to wake up in the middle of the night in the form of a winged monster, the same form from Ruin and Rising. The twins and Zoya are the ones who look for him every time it happens, but it is Zoya who creates the strongest bond with him. She's in charge of chaining Nikolai to his bed every night. Hello. And unchaining him in the morning, especially during this ritual that their bond deepens. I mean, how could you not, right? Along with their general every day, working side by side, he likes Zoya for who she is and does not wish for her to change or soften as every other man wishes he could make her. One night, Nikolai escapes his bonds while in his monster form and flies to a town called Valakiriv. Zoya, Tamar, and Zoya follow him. Zoya, with her Grisha powers, makes it to the top of the bell tower where she discovers that the monster is hungry for human blood. Zoya fights Nikolai and he suddenly attacks her after saying her name with the Darkwing's voice, which distracts her and causes her to get injured. Luckily, Tolia steps up and saves her from being eaten by the monster. After that night, she tries to avoid Nikolai, even if it was not him that night. Nikolai tries to have a moment with her alone to apologize, but it is not possible since they are planning a trip to try to kill the monster inside him. Weeks after Zoya's chaining Nikolai, he achieves to apologize. He apologizes. However, Zoya reveals that if they can't get the monster out of him, she would kill him in order to save Ravka from himself. Nikolai reveals he will help her do it himself if the time comes. Wow. Also engaged in casual flirting. Nikolai finds himself upset when he sends Zoya on a mission related to the Darkling. When Zoya returns, they both witness the death of their mutual friend David and makes efforts to comfort his wife. A few days later, Nikolai views Zoya walking on the palace grounds in the night. He begins to think she is meeting a lover, and out of jealousy, he decides to follow her. He follows her to a large gate where she acknowledges that she knows he's there. Oh, gosh. Caught. Mission failed. Nikolai is surprised. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Where did I leave off? He continues to go with her until he finds himself in a garden that Zoya planted herself. Zoya tells Nikolai that she plants a flower to commemorate all the friends she has lost. That's nice. Nikolai is surprised as this is the side of her he's never seen before. He begins to comfort her and Zoya confides in him, leaning on him and crying. As Nikolai walks back to his quarters, he realizes that she is already a leader and that he does indeed feel strongly about her. Later on a boat, Nikolai admits to Zoya that he wishes to marry her, not for political reasons, but out of true feeling. Zoya declines, saying that love is out of the cards for people like her. Zoya later expresses that she wished she said yes, especially because they are about to go into battle that could kill them both. They both survive, and a few days later, Zoya admits to Nikolai that she loves him. The two begin a romantic relationship after that. It is implied that they intend to marry in the future. So it's obvious Zoya and Nikolai is being set up. I love the relationship a lot as it is. As king and most valued general, I feel like Nikolai and Zoya becoming romantic is a little bit of a, we have the last two single characters, let's put them together kind of thing. Bit forced maybe. I think their bond is beautiful and deep and strong, but I don't know how I feel about it romantically. I don't think Zoya and Nikolai necessarily need to get married, even though it's being set up that way. I'm just a bit disappointed that I am not into this ship romantically. I'm really, 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 really into the relationship, but I wasn't thrilled about it at first. When I started reading the book, I remember being like, about the prospect of them getting together. I like both characters, but I had no emotional investment in a potential romance between them. Until the book made me a convert. A lot of that had to do with the character's development. Nikolai getting some depth. Zoya becoming more than just a one-dimensional mean girl. Oh my gosh, the amount of redacted here. It's like a government form. Agree with you completely. It feels forced. Two single people of opposite gender and they interact on the regular. Clearly, they must be an item. Never mind that platonic dynamics can be plenty invest worthy of their own. I prefer Zoya single or Alina, but that's one of those borderline crack ships you nurse knowing it will never happen. I don't care much for Nikolai, and why, yes, I am prepared to be downvoted into hell. I'm the hugest Nikolai stan, but I agree with everything else you said. Why can't it just be platonic? I'm not against them being together, but there's also not my first ship. So everybody's got their opinions. Bit of a mixed bag. Seems like a lot of people enjoy Zoya being by herself. I had nothing much for the show, so mine was somewhat based on the book. Well, let's jump into that. This is Luke's thoughts on Zoya and Nikolai's books for show. Book review. Between the bond. Their dynamic is built on mutual respect, shared burdens, and a deep understanding of each other's trauma and responsibilities. In the first book, King of Scars, Nikolai and Zoya's relationship begins with the foundation of trust and camaraderie. While Zoya is initially skeptical of Nikolai's charm and humor, she grows to respect his intelligence, leadership, and the weight he carries as Ravka's king. In turn, Nikolai values Zoya's strength, both as a warrior and as a person who has suffered but remained unbreakable. Their bond is strengthened through shared battles, political struggles, and their respective transformations. Nikolai with his monster curse, and Zoya with her evolving powers as a dragon general. The romance is a slow burn, rich with tension and emotional depth. Unlike many other fantasy romances, theirs is not driven by mere physical attraction, but by the way they understand and complement each other. Zoya, who is often guarded, could definitely tell that based on that video, and reluctant to show vulnerability, finds in Nikolai someone who respects her boundaries, yet sees her for who she truly is. Meanwhile, Nikolai, often hiding behind wit and charisma, allows Zoya to see the weight he carries beneath the surface. I mean, having the monster curse would absolutely eat you alive. Because number one, you're not normal. Like, normal. Like, you have this burden. And apparently it happens every night, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know. That would just be draining and just tiresome. Ooh. By Rule of Wolves, the second book, their bond is undeniable, and their love story reaches a satisfying conclusion as they finally allow themselves to be vulnerable with each other. The fact that Zoya becomes Nikolai's queen, even if unofficially, is a testament to their growth and their willingness to put Ravka above their personal desires while still choosing each other. How the TV show did them dirty. I mean, the fact that they only saw each other for like that little clip is crazy. Despite the clear setup for Nikolai and Zoya's relationship in Shadow and Bone Season 2, the show barely acknowledged it. Fans were hoping for even the smallest hints, the tiniest hints of their book dynamic, perhaps an exchange showcasing their banter, a shared moment of trust, or even a scene where Zoya's respect for Nikolai is subtly developed. Instead, we get a singular 1-second look between them, which, while intriguing, felt like an afterthought rather than an intentional setup. Yeah, that is brief. That was so brief. If you blink, you miss it. The show had the perfect opportunity to lay the groundwork for the relationship, especially considering how well they handled other character interactions. Instead, Zoya's storyline was significantly downplayed, and Nikolai's role, while important, didn't create the same depth of connection with her as in the books. Their bond, which was meant to be one of mutual reliance and slow burn affection, was completely ignored in favor of other subplots. I mean, that is brutal. Like, clearly, if that's the only interaction they had in the show, you know, you could give them a little grace if that was the last episode of the show. Like, it was canceled after that one look. You're like, okay, at least they were setting up for it. But if that was it in the remainder of the show, like, that is brutal. With the show's uncertain future, it's frustrating to think that one of the best slow burn relationships in the Grishaverse may never be fully realized on screen. What makes it worse is that the chemistry and potential were right there, yet they were given almost nothing to work with. I mean, that is brutal. I mean, it's literally adapting a book. It's out there, it's written, you know where to go with it, and you still put your own spin on it and completely destroy it. Like, it's unbelievable. That is unbelievable and somewhat unforgivable as well. If that's the end of it, it's ridiculous. In March, the rest of the video will talk about Zoya's trauma. Then I'll link these screenshots back so you can get these in context. The only thing the show did well for Zoya was talk about her loss and trauma, but then it lost a little meaning since they did nothing with it. Yeah, I mean, oh gosh. I guess they were just drunk on subplots to the point where they didn't do a lot of it justice, is what I'm gathering from this. Obviously, I don't know, but I would say probably they had so much to go on that they just got lost. Maybe the writers didn't adapt it well. Maybe the decision to put multiple books into a single season was not the right choice. Maybe they felt like this was the only choice they had because, you know, this is our one shot to get this going. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it was. Maybe they didn't. Maybe the Netflix. Maybe Netflix didn't want to invest too much on kind of a unknown property. Like, if this was just another, you know, show based on a super popular movie, maybe they would have given it a little bit more grace. But maybe the writers were just like, look, we barely got this. We're going to try to cram as much as we can into it. Maybe. Basically, there was a TikTok edit showing the Darkling's fold killing her aunt, and she was hurting. Sure, Alina supported her, but they could have had Nikolai meet and support. Yeah. Well, who knows? Who knows why they made that decision? There was more darker things that Zoya went through that I won't mention now, but I'll give a trigger warning when we revisit it. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Well, that was interesting nonetheless. I mean, how many times have we gone over this? Netflix has a habit of butchering or miscarriage of content, if you will. It's too bad. You know, a lot of things get canceled because maybe they're not the most watched thing on Netflix this year. Oh, cancel it. Like, maybe they don't get, you know, crazy numbers. Certainly if it's in the top 10, you would think it would carry on. Potential after a great setup. Yeah. Yeah. Just brutal. Brutal. Seems like a lot of people are just kind of cut and dry with it now. Did nothing with the potential. Yeah. I've been noticing that. We've been noticing that. A lot of these shows that have been presented, you know, never got kind of a fair shake. Gone within a season, gone within 2 seasons, gone within 3 seasons. And it's just, what are you going to do with that? That's not a lot of time. And especially the fact that most shows don't get like 25 episodes a season, you're not getting much. And as soon as you get like interested and like hooked on something, it's gone. You're just like, what? We didn't get any of these characters fleshed out. None of the subplots, nothing. I reckon if we got 3 shows, Shadow and Bone for Alina and Maul, 6 of Crows, and King of Scars, Rule of Wolves, I don't know what the show would be called for Zoya and Nikolai, some others, then do crossovers. Yeah, that would have been interesting. Imagine if Netflix really like went out of their way to create this like huge universe like they did with the Marvel shows, frankly, that they no longer have the rights to. Imagine if they did that with something like this. Clearly, fantasy shows work. They sell. You just have to do it right. Especially if there's source material, you have to do it justice. That's a big thing with a lot of people. You know, a lot of the recent things that have been coming out that have source material have been absolutely butchered beyond belief, beyond recognition. And a lot of the diehard fans or the day one fans are not happy. That's why a lot of things are not doing well. Nina could easily join Zoya's show if The Crows ended, as Nina was one of the 3 main characters with Zoya and Nikolai in the last 2 books after Matthias died. I mean, certainly the potential's there to do crossovers. It just, either they didn't get the green light on that, or they didn't even try to present it. That's a good question. Did they try to present that? Or did they just say, all right, we're just going to cram all this here, and we'll figure it out. We'll see if people like it. Characters moving over would be fine, but let them grow in their own respective shows first? Yes. Yes. Like what they did with the Avengers. Everybody got their moment to shine, and then they all came together. I won't go over DC again. Or Justice League. But you get where I'm going with that. This was my idea. I doubt they presented it that way. Sure, the Crows had a script? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they did, which is a shame. Maybe they talked about it originally, but it's probably not what they presented, which is brutal. Nothing for Zoya and Nikolai, though. I would say not. Blink and you miss it. Good grief. All right. Crows had a spinoff ready, but no green light. The fact that they didn't greenlight that is crazy to me. Because even if you didn't watch Shadow and Bone, you could totally get into the Crows. Totally. I am firm in that. Just from what I've seen. They could have really done it up. Would have been bigger than Shadow and Bone. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It had something for everybody. You know, it was just good chemistry, lots of adventures. I'm sure they could have played it out. New villains, whatever. Most Shadow and Bone fans were Six of Crow fans. I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not surprised. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the Heart Killers TikTok compilation. I think I have this positioned correctly. I'm not exactly sure. This is the last video of the stream and the week. Thank you for joining, if you've joined. All right, go ahead and jump in. Oh, I centered it perfectly. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
สักวันหนึ่งกูจะเป็น 100% ของมึงขอให้มึงไม่เป็นแผลนะ
โคตรโชคดีเลยที่เจอคุณผมรู้สึกเลยนะ
The first encounter been reacted to before? I think so, actually. I'm pretty sure I caught a little bit of the Heart Killers. I'm gonna take a shower, head to bed. Sounds good, Luke. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Netflix decision making still annoys me. I'm not surprised. I don't know who's running it right now, but they're making some interesting moves.
พวกมันก็ใส่ทั้งหมด
เ
มึงจะทำยังไง
ก็ทำเหมือนที่มันทำกับเราไง เราจะทำให้พวกมันรักเรามากๆ
Who's in the shadows? Who's ready to play? Are we the hunters or are we the prey?
Bridgerton's the only reason I have Netflix at the moment. I'm not surprised. I literally got rid of Netflix a couple years ago at this point. That and they just keep raising their rates, like always. What is it? Something tells me their subscriber numbers are not going positive.
ห้ามหลงรักเป็นเด็ดขาดเลยเว้ย ห้ามได้เหรอ ทีมึงยิงกับใบสันเลย กูรู้ ประหลาดอะไร บางทีมึงก็ทำให้กูรู้สึกกลัว แต่บางทีมันก็ทำให้กูรู้สึกปลอดภัยมึงกลัวกูไว้บ้างก็ดีนะ
It's going for that mysterious. Don't get too close. I'll hurt you.
Third floor on the west side, me and you. Handsome, you're a mansion with a view. Do the girls back home touch you like I do? Long night, keep your hands up in my hair. Echoes of your footsteps on the stairs. Stay here, honey, I don't wanna share.
เรื่องของมึงดิ มึงทำลายความเชื่อใจกูให้ใจหมดทุกอย่าง สุดท้ายมันก็เสือกหรอก
That is such a classic Coldplay song. My gosh. All right, dang. A little chloroform. Good grief. With a broken arm. That's impressive.
แต่เรื่องที่เฮี้ยทั้งหมดนี้มันเกิดขึ้นเพราะกูไง กูเป็นคนบอกให้การพาสไตล์มาจีบมึง
That scene where the black makeup is being down his cheek, like pulled down his cheek, that reminds me of The Crow for some reason. Apparently The Heart Killers is ending February 12th. So, coming up.
พวกมันเป็นสายตำรวจ
So, Wednesday.
กูรักมึงจริงๆนะปาเดลมึงหุบปากดิถ้ามึงพูดว่ารักกูอีกรอบถีบมึงลงสระแน่
One episode left, you know? Nothing like saying I love you at gunpoint.
เดี๋ยวมึงฟังกูนี่กูพี่มึงนะพี่มึงกูไว้ใจมึง
The world's not perfect, but it's not that bad if we got each other. And
Bye,
that's all
Sam.
we have.
Adios.
I'll be your brother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you when the world's not.
ถ้ารถกูหายขึ้นมานะนอกจากกูจะฆ่ามึงแล้วกูจะไปเอารถที่อู่มึงด้วย
มึงเอาไปเลย เอาทั้งหมดไปเลยดิ มึงก็คุมชีวิตกูอยู่แล้วนี่ เอาไปทั้งรถ ทั้งตัว ทั้งใจไปเลยไหมล่ะ เอาทุกอย่างไปเลย
Jeez, what a line. Oh my gosh.
ถึงนั่นกูกล้ารอคุณนะสุดท้ายผมก็กลับมาหลอกตัวเองอยู่ดีครับโคตรมีความสุขเลยนะที่ได้ใช้เวลากับคุณที่ได้ไปเที่ยวกับคุณที่ได้วางแผนชีวิตด้วยกันแต่ในความสุขมันก็แอบรู้สึกแย่คุณไม่ได้เป็นตัวเองแต่เป็นตัวเองให้คุณเห็นผมอยากให้คุณได้เห็นจริงของผม
เดี๋ยวพวกมันเป็นสายตำรวจ
I'm sure we're taller in another dimension. You say we're small and not worth the mention. You're tired of moving, your body's aching. We could vacate, there's places to
กูรอมึงแล้ววะ
Lots of interesting confessions of love here. The dialogue is surprisingly good. Just based off some of these lines. Amazing. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they don't. Writers. Sometimes it comes off flawlessly, and certainly it takes good actors to be able to pull that off, but sometimes the dialogue can just be atrocious.
ชีวิตกูถูกวางแผนไปหมดแล้ว
Any
มึง
sort
มา
of
ทำให้ทุกอย่างมันรวน
relationship.
ไปหมด กูไม่ชอบตัวเองเวลากูมองหามึงเวลากูวิ่งตอนเช้ากูไปจ่ายตลาด กูไม่ชอบตัวเองต้องมานั่งคอยว่ามึงจะมาหากูที่ร้านหรือเปล่า มาหากูที่ผับหรือเปล่า มึงจะ กูไม่ชอบที่มึงเข้ามาในชีวิตกูแล้วทำให้ชีวิตกูมันไม่เหมือนเดิม กูไม่ชอบรู้สึกแบบนี้ กูไม่ชอบ
So it's based off Taming of the Shrew, 10 Things I Hate About You. 10 Things I Hate About You is definitely a good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time though, but I remember it being very good. Still can't believe this is a comedy with the amount of time it's made me cry. That seems to be a popular thing. Like there's a lot of comedy in a lot of these BLs that I don't see in a lot of the edits because they're made to be emotional and they hit all the emotional scenes. And then I see like an actual scene for the show and it's like funny and I'm like, wait, what? What? All four of these actors have great chemistry together. That definitely helps. Big time.
It hurts my head, and it hurts my stomach, and it hurts my chest. My whole body aches because of what you did.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine getting that voicemail? Director said romance comedy, but where's the comedy? Show's really showing what Jung Dunk can do. It's good. Honestly, it's good they're given the opportunity to kind of like try different things or really act. I saw a comment that was like, bring back this Bruno Mars and leave leave the current Bruno Mars.
You won't do the same.
That might be the thirstiest thirst trap we've seen tonight. That was thirsty as well. Mm.
ไวซันมาเร็วมาเร็วเดจิตีนอยู่นี่กูจะมีแฟนแล้ว
The relentless brother teasing.
ผมจะเก็บไว้ในความรู้สึกดี
I don't recognize you anymore.
มึงทำลายความเชื่อใจกูให้ใจหมดทุกอย่างสุดท้ายมึงก็เสือกหลอกกูอีกครั้งมึงหาเวลากูใช่ไหม
แต่พอกูรู้ตัวจริงของมึงแล้วอ่ะ กูรักมึงจริงๆนะฟาเดล
มึงหุบปากดิถ้ามึงพูดว่ารักกูอีกรอบนะถีบมึงลงสระแน่
เฮ้ย คนจะตายก็พูดความจริงกันทางนั้นน่ะ
I mean, people lie, but that's definitely not a good time to lie. Unless you're trying to save your life, then it might be. Then it might be. It's funny that the gun gets blurred sometimes and sometimes doesn't.
เดี๋ยวพวกมันเป็นสายตำรวจ
excellent compilation. I believe that's the second video that we've seen from this channel today. Link down below in the description on YouTube for the original video's link. Go throw it some love like I just did. Excellent edit. High emotion, high drama, great acting, good dialogue. Like really good dialogue. Maybe some of the best like romance dialogue I've seen in a Thai BL. Like that's pretty impressive. That is really impressive actually. And the fact that they were, you know, given this opportunity to shine, didn't waste it from what I could see. Did not waste it. Heart Killer's got an 8.2 on MDL out of 5,300 users. Tattooist Kant works as a spy for the police when he's tasked to investigate a pair of gunman brothers. He finds that one of them is a one-night stand he hasn't been able to forget, Bison. The two assassins own a hamburger shop. That explains why the hamburger shop was there. I was like, why is this hamburger shop always there? Kant goes there and focuses his effort on charming Bison into giving up information. When his attempts are thwarted by Bison's scary, protective older brother, Fidel, he hires someone who can take him on. He enlists the help of his handsome best friend, Style, who's a pain in the neck and not afraid of anything. Mechanic Style once rear-ended Fidel, and they fought. Kant promises Style the car he'd had his eyes on if he can win Fidel's heart. If his mission is successful, Kant's been promised a clean criminal record so he can start a new life. Interesting. The good old wiping the slate clean trick. It's a good motivator, for sure. Definitely a good motivator. Adapted loosely from the play Taming of the Shrew by Shakespeare, of course. Inspired by the American movie 10 Things I Hate About You, which is just a phenomenal movie. To episode 12 of 12, airing in just about 4 days from me, at least. At 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning for me is when it premieres. That is hilarious. Look at some reviews. It's always fascinating, kind of getting the temperature from MDL. That first sentence. First and cow. What the F can I even say? Seeing them together again felt like a homecoming. The moment they appeared on my screen, I couldn't help but scream. They have this unparalleled chemistry, but no one else in the industry quite achieves. I missed them so much, and they absolutely delivered. Watching them reunite reminded me of why they became icons in the BL world. My kings are back. Hee hee. Chemistry is beyond words. I think they have a way of telepathically syncing with each other. It's a joy to watch. I won't lie, I went in expecting something darker, more brooding with a heavy focus on crime, but the series leans much more on the lighter side. However, I don't even mind. The romance is well done, and that is enough to keep me intrigued. On the side, I will say I'm not very familiar with June Dunk, but their storyline definitely has potential. There is something interesting about their dynamic. I'll hold off on fully forming an opinion until I see how it plays out. Tempting. Not as great as people are making it out to be. Ooh. First Cow has great acting and chemistry, but they could not save the series. The story had potential, but it couldn't deliver. It's not smooth, and Dunk needs more work on his expressions and acting more. If you watch BL because of visuals only, you will love it, like many. Or if you're a fan of the CPS, I have no idea what that is. Couples. Gotcha. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend this at all. Huh. Didn't really go into detail on that one. That was pretty much just like, eh. And we didn't get anything out of that other than More acting coaching, I guess. Bunch of haters. People are so annoying. The first episode is great. Well, I mean, everybody's got their opinion, right? Let's see. Jung Dunk took the whole attention. A masterpiece. Amazing how, I love looking at reviews because it's so wild how it can go from this is the greatest thing ever to this is the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just it's amazing. It's truly amazing how, we can just have such varied opinions about things. We all watch the exact same thing, but based on, what our interests are, how we grew up, what our opinions are on things, like it just warps everything. Dunk has really grown in this role. I think the show is amazing. Well, I mean, 8.2, I would say most people think it's amazing as well. When a show is made purely to capitalize on actors' popularity and the plot doesn't matter. Ooh. Look at the next one. Perfect 10. I love it. Oh, that's hilarious to me. Look at that dichotomy there. It's unbelievable. So what is this person's gripe? Shot with a very small cast, this show appears as low budget, often with the characters being the only 4 to appear on the screen. Okay, so they're expecting more extras, I guess. Budget wasn't even afforded for enough extras in the hospital or public areas to make any of the story feel real. Sadly, I do not recommend the show and suggest you... That is interesting. That might be the first time I've ever seen that as a complaint. That's somebody who's really paying a close attention to detail, like looking at the background and whatnot. That's interesting. Love Dunk's character. He brings the comedy. First Cow and Jung have been so amazing in the series, but I can see why people think Dunk needs more acting practice. Interesting. They don't need that many extras. I think a lot of people were expecting something serious, but the director stated that it was a comedy. I mean, just taking the tone of those TikToks and whatnot that we just reacted to here, you would think it'd be very serious because there was no comedy in any of that. Maybe a couple smiles and a couple laughs between them, but most of it was very heavy. And that's just obviously the compilation put together by the editor, picking maybe those more heartfelt, heavy times. I like the low budget feel of it, to be honest. Only 4 of them show up 24/7 because it's based around them. Right? You would expect it, right? Style is the only comedy for real. Style is comedy. But, oh my gosh, it is so amazing that there's this, and then right below it is perfect 10 out of 10. These haters, perfect 10 out of 10. First is so hot. And if y'all think the NC scenes are too much, watch the cut versions or something, because y'all got to be for real. Wasted potential. Common sense killers. One of the most nonsensical series I've ever seen. All right, what is this person's gripe? I know we do a pros and cons list, but I think it gets my ideas across best. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Oh, something about moral compass, I guess. Good God, this is a long... Oh my gosh. This is such a long review. Oh my God. You might as well post this on your own blog. Try to get some, ad revenue. Now on to the romance. I hated it. Okay, that's too harsh. I disliked it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it keeps going. Welcome to my TED Talk. Great actors in a bad show. And then I guess wasted potential. It's a ride. Those in the writing room, y'all piss me off. 10 out of 10 across the board. There you go. There you go. 10 out of 10. It's a show with 4 main characters, not a show with a main pair and a secondary pair like a typical BL. None of them have a moral compass. All of them just fall in love and delulu for each other. Heart Killers Season 1, Episode 1 review. It's here, it's finally here. Heavily stylized queer remake of 10 Things I Hate About You with assassins, what's not to love, and the first episode proves that this is going to be a ridiculously fun ride, and I'm 100% here for it. Let's effing go. By the day, they run an American-style diner called Heartburger. By night, they're assassins who focus on taking out the corrupt and criminal politicians and businessmen. Police are desperate to catch him, and Colin can't, offering to clear his criminal record if he can get close enough to them to learn more about their boss. First episode was phenomenal. Right away, you're hooked on the story as it opens with Bison going undercover as an SW to take out a target. We're also quickly introduced to some really important interpersonal dynamics and character information. All 4 of our mains interact in this episode, so we get to see the kind of relationship Bison and Fidel have, as well as the kind of friends Kant and Style are. Except for Fidel, all of our main characters could be considered playboys. Bison later admits to Kant that he's never had a serious relationship before. That could be due to the secretive nature of his side job, or it could be because Fidel is secretly overprotective. Now has his hands full trying to seduce Fidel. It's honestly a 7 out of 10 for me. I love First Cow, so I mainly watched for them, but June Dunk are good as well. I just like the plot because it's something we don't really see in Thai BLs. To be honest, I watched the show because First Cow, but the June Dunk got me. There you go. It reached out and grabbed you. I feel like most people went into the show for First Cow, but June Dunk grasped people as well. For me, it was both. There you go. I mean, that's the best of both worlds. It's one of those things where, you know, I'm trying to like wrap my head around that you watch the shows for the pairings, obviously. And then hopefully the plot is good and interesting to make, you know, watching them even more worth it. So it's just kind of one of those things where, you know, they have to nail the story. They have to nail it. Obviously, it's not as heavy because people are so interested in these pairings. Obviously, you all are interested in the pairings. But there is a little bit of pressure to at least make it entertaining and somewhat, you know, challenging for them. They can grow, become better actors, all that good stuff. Also, as someone who worked in customer service, when Style walked in at closing and proceeded to order like 10 beers, I swear I had war flashbacks. Black Friday shoppers, the worst. Yeah, I'm sure. Really enjoy that dynamic. This is like Grumpy Sunshine turned up to 11. Something I really like about this show is the style. I don't know if this is what they were going for, but it reminds me a lot of Romeo and Juliet, the Baz Luhrmann one. I mean, I would bet good money that it is intentional, but still, it's so bright and colorful. But it's also in Bison's wardrobe. There's a lot about this that screams retro, but also modern. I can't find it now, but there was a whole Tumblr post analyzing some of the tech we saw in the promotional material, like Bison's phone, whether or not the Heart Killers was meant to be set circa 2006 or something. I also love the soundtrack. But I think what I'm going to love most about it, love best about it, is how unserious it is. It's campy and fun and queer. I'm here for the ridiculousness. I bet Shakespeare would be proud of it. The thing is, if the series sucks, oftentimes not even the actors get the hate for it. It's the crew overall. I can kind of see that. No, yeah, people mostly go into these series for the pairing, and it doesn't help that sometimes Time BL pilot trailers don't really give much insight on the shows, so we just have to hope it's good. Soon, 2025. Yeah, that is interesting. I guess technically you do that for most things, right? If you're really fond of an actor, certainly in the West here, you give it a shot. Like you're like, okay, this person's in it. I'll give it a shot. We'll see if it's good. And then you watch some of the trailers and you're either like, that ain't good. Like they're not even helping with the story or anything like that. Like the story's terrible. It's just awful. And then sometimes you're like, oh, that's really good. Now I definitely will see it because the person that's starring in it I like, and the story looks good. Just a double win. Licensed Wardrobe screams Baz Luhrmann's R&J. Love how they styled Dunk in the show. Great fashion. I love his crop tops. What's funny is Jace said this is basically etched into Thai BL, like iconic quotes. Quote, I want my corpse to look good. Gotta look presentable on the news. Gorgeous man with clear skin found dead in a crop top. My dad will recognize me right away. This reaction's kind of funny too. That's hilarious. That is so funny. That is so funny. C Styles really the only comedic relief? That was very funny. Great line. That's what makes it so much better, is if the writers are there to make the story interesting, the dialogue's good, that can change everything. He's literally being kidnapped and held at gunpoint in that scene and still cracked a joke. Oh my gosh, that's right. I forgot about the gunpoint. That's so funny. This is why Style is the one and only reason I like the series. We love Style. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. Oh my gosh. Excellent. 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 Great way to end it. It's so fascinating to me that there can be such a wide spectrum of opinion on things. I always look at those reviews. I mean, they might be grossly inaccurate, or you might disagree with them, like the negative ones, or even the positive ones. But it just kind of gives you I don't know, it gives you like insight into people that really enjoyed it and really hated it. And it just, I always look for the reason why. Why? Why did you like it? Why did you hate it? And usually the ones that hate it, it's never very good. It's usually not a good reason. He said, you think that gun's going to stop me? Like that scene where he's just like, you think I'm going to lie to you about my feelings? You have a gun to my head. Like, excuse me. But then again, that'd be the perfect time to lie, wouldn't it? I think it would. I think it would. A lot of people would say a lot of things to get out of that situation. But that one seemed heartfelt, at least. He also knew Fidel wasn't going to kill him, though. That's true. That's true. It did seem like they were quite the match. Quite the match. There might have been a gun involved, but you could tell there was feelings. That gun was loaded with feelings. He had already been shot. So in a way, Fidel was Cupid and the gun was his arrow? That kind of works, I guess. As soon as Style got hurt, Fidel came running. See? Exposed himself. Probably had the safety on while he was holding Style at gunpoint. Yeah, probably. Probably. Especially after a while. Like he didn't try to escape or anything. Or like fight back. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. It's been awesome. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button. That way you know when I'm live next. Join the Discord. All these wonderful, fine people you see in the chat are in the Discord, waiting to talk to you. Waiting to talk to you. See your thoughts, you know? Put in your opinions. We want to hear them. So join the Discord. It's available everywhere. The link is everywhere. It's on the website. It's in the video descriptions. It's on the Twitch profile. It's on the YouTube profile. It's everywhere that you can find a link for me, at least. Yeah, check out the merch. Winter collection's available right now. Members save 15%. Ships worldwide. We are nice. Indeed. We try to be. We try to be. I think we do a good job of it. If you'd like to request your own videos, you saw something here, it sparked a video in your mind you want to send off and see it on stream, you can certainly do so. ToddReacts.com season and series tiers are the requesting tiers. I hope everyone had a wonderful time. I know I did. I will see you all as we continue this journey, one video at a time, around the internet, checking out everybody's algorithm and interests. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, a safe weekend. Do something fun, get out there, or stay indoors and just watch your favorite content. You can do that too. Whatever you want to do. The world is your oyster, and I'm just trying to make it a little better place. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. All right, everybody. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.